like to say thank you to Suge for giving me the permission to use this video.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything over? Why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? That is the wrong one. Maybe
ain't
that
nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No, you said so I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. I mean,
wrong one, guys. Wrong one.
Why would you be settling, and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
sorry, guys, it's the wrong one. The wrong one. We saw this one already, and I knew this wasn't the right one because this is a short one. The other one put me in like a bedtime story. I was knocked out. I was out like a light.
money.
You ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
No. You're a 6. You're a 5. You said you're a 6, man. You said you're a 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay, ma'am.
I have my own business.
Congratulations. Don't care. Man, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you, 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you?
Look, I didn't say.
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would be.
So I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well, no. But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. when we settle, we get
Because
less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I ask this question oftentimes with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single because a husband is not just by being a man enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide, but that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need except somebody to share life with. And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards? Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your highest standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have, Kevin. They don't have to settle for me.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that
Mhm.
high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
And you go off women.
No, 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 no. If you want to know, no. High value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men. And high value men get high value women, women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am. No, yes. Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be. I mean,
You could be. So okay. So
Can I
man,
tell you?
listen.
Can I tell you
No,
Can
hold
I
on.
tell you about myself?
Hold on. Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children. Where in the world do women who are average to above average, look average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
Okay, so I'm working on myself. So if
No,
I was
ma'am,
to
I asked a very specific question. It's not, no, because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there, can I?
And
So
see,
you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds and
80
I take
years
care,
ago, 80 years ago, with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago, would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
you said 80
80
years
years
ago.
ago. 80
Was she?
years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men? 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am. Just want you guys to understand, especially in the black community. You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair. Why
Okay.
would, but listen,
I'm
the issue,
listening.
they don't settle. They don't get women who are, there are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high. You're almost like a mirror copy of average at best. The video that's 2.0. But the way you talk and women like yourself talk is like,
I got the right one, guys. I got the right one. Sorry. I found the right one, baby. Now here we go.
Givenchy gentleman. 35, attractive and unmarried, you're a modern woman. Your femininity is in question. You may be feminine, but your femininity, and it's you gotta talk about that. Today I want to talk about the realtor. The realtor. Talk about the attorney and the realtor. You know, this lady, I'm not talking about you. You think I'm talking about you? Nope. No. But one thing I noticed here in Atlanta, Atlanta is the home of the realtor. And who is this? This is a woman who's attractive. I mean, we're talking about adjustable 6, 8s, 9s, and some 10s. Especially when you start talking about high-end luxury realty. But they're all single. I see so many on Instagram, Atlanta realtor. And I'm like, what is this like every day? But then you look at it, it's like, are you a realtor or are you an IG model? Oh, it's the same thing. See, you look at a realtor's page, and if she doesn't have Coldwell Banker or something, if she's not in her little business suit with the business card, usually she got some booty picture out. They're taking all kind of photos. They're realtors to try to catch, because if you're a realtor and somebody like myself come along, yeah, I'm looking for a little spot over in Buckhead or whatever. They love to go house hunting. They love to walk properties. They love to just dream, and they're thinking that one day, Mr. Keith Henry is going to come along and say he wants that $1.8 million little hideaway that's and then he and I would just madly in love, and we'll make little Cosby kids and I tell you, the realtors are generally pretty. Why? Who want to buy a house in Shirley? I mean, sorry, Shirley. Shirley could be pretty now. Who want to buy? Ain't nobody buying a house from Big Shirley. Ain't nobody buying a house from Karen. But they will buy it from Alexis. Oh, yes, yes. But the thing is, you're a realtor. You're extroverted, attention-seeking. And what I mean, go on Instagram and you will see their realtor asses out there. I'm like, damn, would you put this picture up on your company's website? No. I mean, they look almost like they're going to be I'm just thinking of the hundreds of these women I've seen. They're in Miami. They're in Beverly Hills.
Hey, Precious.
They're in New York City.
Nick,
they're
Angel.
in Atlanta. They're in Chicago. They're in Houston. And they're in Dallas. But Atlanta takes the cake for Black female realtors. Hell of the money. And shout out to all of y'all, because I've gone out with plenty of realtors. Matter of fact, Godfather's taking applications for 1099 girlfriends. You need somebody, you need one to be my 1099 girlfriend, you want to go ahead and submit your application. You must at least be an adjustable 6 or higher, no children, and all of that bullshit. I'm taking applications for executive wives. Well, maybe, I don't know, that depends. I mean, I'm open to having one more kid. I ain't gonna, yeah, maybe. I'm open to having another kid. That's another track. So if you want to shoot the shot, go ahead and show it in the DMs. But expect to pass a background check and everything else. And you know what? Don't be thinking time about I'm thick. No, none of that. No,
whatever.
Throw you over the shoulder.
Whatever.
But it's true though. It's true. And you must be okay with being a part of rotation. Rotation, whittling down to the one-on-one. I am in the process of whittling down, looking for a one-on-one. But yeah, anyway. And why am I telling you this? Because when I'm on Instagram, I see all these realtors. I'm like, God damn, this is another realtor. Realtor asses. And the thing is it time for y'all to give up? I mean, take me out of the equation, because could you imagine a realtor dating me? Oh, your life ain't never going to be the same. Either she's going it's a different story. Man, like what did LeVar Ball tell his sons? Look, man, you ain't never going to have another normal relationship. Either you're going to date somebody that's in the business, or you're going to have to get you an Amish girl from somebody who ain't on the internet. But anyway, realtor in particular. because the realtor, I would put the realtor almost like if we were doing Sex in the City, the realtor would almost be a Charlotte kind of girl. She has the look, and she has a lot of the mind. She has a lot of the core traits to be a good girlfriend and a wife. The problem is that is she willing to give up? Is she willing to get? Or is she still trying to hold out for somebody who makes $10,000 annually or more? Why? Because they see these women are realtors. They work at luxury dealerships like Mercedes dealerships, foreign dealerships. So yeah, if you're talking about six-figure vehicles and all that, but more of them tend to be realtors. But the thing is, ladies, the men are very small. Very, very rarely is a single man going to look. And a lot of the ladies will tell you, when a lot of times when a man is a single man looking, they're maybe about to get a divorce or something. But I honestly think you can find a lot of executive wives and wives from the realtor group. Let's talk about it. Are you a realtor? A realtor is a class. Again, you're around high value men lifestyle. They tend to live in, like in Atlanta, they live in, Buckhead, Midtown. Some of them actually bought homes, but they moved back into the city. They're always up at little sushi spots. Why? Because part of what they do as a realtor is have a social life and a network to sell their listings to these people.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. I'm going to block you, Tip. I've told you to stop doing this. I've said this 10, 15 times.
If anybody else want to come up and have a discussion, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
Let's get into it. All right. Wobstress? What the hell is that? Is your name? Don't say it, Kevin. That's crazy. Y'all think some of y'all ladies, I'm gonna be honest, some of y'all gonna need to change your IG names. Especially if you call yourself trying to get into a relationship with a serious man. Nobody gonna do no mess like this. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. All right. Shout out to you, though. That was funny. That's good. What'd you say? Check out your page. I'm not going to check out your page. Well, I'm going to check out your page. All right. She on that guap. On that guap. I'm mad at you. All right. So, ladies, is it time to give up on the dream?
Whatever.
See, there's a word called settle. And I'm going to come up with another word for settle, but it's still going to mean settle. Ladies, you are going to settle.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Have you been on here before?
I look crazy.
Have you been on here before?
Not really. I be catching your stuff sometimes.
You be? Okay. How old are you?
I'm 31.
All right. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to hold the camera. Put the camera down.
All right.
All right. You okay?
No, I was just telling my sister I was on live right now and shit.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, what we doing?
Okay. See, this is how it's going to go down. You got to focus on what you're doing. I'm not going to give you a good night. Okay. You got a bunch of noise going on. Okay. Nope. You look a little half-baked, too. No, thank you. All right. Ladies. Seriously. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. But, a lot of times folks just like, I'm going to take my shot.
Hey, Anna.
No.
Hey,
This
Yana,
is
welcome. Don't
as much
forget
as
to
I
hit
may
that like
sound
button.
like I'm joking. I'm dead ass serious about the topics I talk.
Don't forget when you come in to please hit the like button. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe so you will know more topics when we go on live.
Talk about. At what age, I'm going to leave it in chat room. At what age do you think it is time for women to start settling?
Settling. We should never settle.
Speak your language.
Zero age.
At what age do you think it's time to start settling?
Zero.
Who
Zero.
Who does
Anybody?
that?
Anybody? She run a foster home, dude. She didn't. She just said the hell.
You might not get a high value man, but that don't mean you gotta study. And it's how much value you put in that man.
Okay. If you're out and about, come back. Somebody said 30, 28, 27.
Zero. That's right, Ayana. Hit that like button.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you,
man,
darling.
if you want to come back in, you need to be in a more quiet place. No problem. See, sometimes folks just be putting stuff on, and then they don't expect me to click them. I click whoever's in there. All right. Okay. I'm talking to the ladies today. When I do the guys, you're welcome to come back to.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. All right. Is it time to give up on a dream?
I feel like it, to be honest with you.
Why?
Because it's like.
Is that you, boss lady? You cutting something?
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you have any
I'm
children?
muted.
No children.
So what do you mean? Do you feel like there's no hope?
Because it just seems like it's so hard. It's hard.
Okay. You're going to have to give me more than that, though. It seems like it's so hard. Okay.
I mean, because I feel like, in all actuality, to be honest with you, I feel like I'm settling. Because even like I'm dating right now, and I still feel like that. So.
I'm always curious to why I hear the word like women settle. What? Okay, not deserve, but what did you expect to get?
I mean, so what I expect to get, I've never been in love before, you know, and I just kind of feel like maybe I wasn't raised, like my mother, you know, didn't teach me how to be like a wife or.
Okay, I get that, but what I'm trying to understand is what did you expect to get?
I mean, I expect to have graduated to college and then find.
No, dear. Okay. From a man. From a relationship. See, one of the problems with women today is you're not clear about what it is you want. And then even when you ask, I've asked you 3 times and you're just all over the place. If you can't define it, how can you expect to get it?
You're right.
It'd be like going to the mall saying, I just need some stuff. So tell me why you feel like you'd be settling. You can't even tell us what you expected to get.
I mean,
I'm not judging what you expect. I just want to know what you expected.
I mean, because ideally, like, I want to have a family, you know, I want to be married, I want to be taken serious, and I want to be able to take somebody else serious. And it's just
Why can't you get that? Why can't you get that?
I mean, it seemed like every time I try, then I kind of regret it, you know, and it's like I kind of fall short every time. No?
Are you dating men that are boring?
Can you hear me?
One of the things you'll notice, guys, Yeah, you need to. Yeah. What's going on with your phone?
I can't hear you,
Okay,
Kevin.
we'll try this one more time. All right, you got your phone going all over the place. I can't do this. You got your phone going all over the place. No, but there's something to build on. A lot of times we feel like they're settling, and ladies, you can't even tell us what you thought or expected to get. All women know is it don't feel good. That's what she was really saying. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. Y'all are out here trying to go get a feeling, and not a person.
We can't get the feeling in the
person.
person.
How it works. And we can talk about that.
Okay.
But you can't expect this to be going from feeling to feeling.
Oh, I did not know you was gonna accept it that fast. But hi, Kevin.
Hello, how are you? So you just clicked it, just hoping for me to. What'd you expect?
I expect you to have a long line, and I didn't think I was gonna get it fast.
You want to take the mask off?
Yeah,
she did.
Is it? I took it off.
Okay, so how old are you?
33.
All right. So I'm asking, are you single or are you married?
I'm single.
All right. Is it time for women? Is it time to give up on the dream?
No, it's not time to give up on the dream.
Okay. At what age do you think it's time to give up on the dream?
Probably about maybe 40, 45, if you can accomplish it in your 30s.
40 or 45 is a big gap. Just give me a specific age.
Okay. For me, about maybe 40.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
Ooh. About 2 or 3 years ago. Actually, 2 years ago.
How long did that last?
Almost 5 years, but I don't count the last 2 because it's off and on. So I would say I would give it about 3.
Do you want children?
I have 1.
Do you want more?
I wouldn't mind more.
No, do you want more?
I do.
Okay. And do you want to be married?
I do.
Okay. So if you say 40 is the age where you think it's time to give up on a dream, what are you doing to make sure you become a wife before age 37?
Working on myself now. All of my flaws that all the flaws that I've come to grow past within these years, I'm working on to better them so that I don't do the same mistakes before.
Are you in counseling?
No, not anymore.
Okay. So who's judging your progress?
Not you.
I am off of experience so far.
Okay, so to me, that sounds like you're doing nothing. You are the person that has been charged to this point.
Hello, Auntie Joy. Welcome.
Auntie Jay, how are you?
Oh, I ain't got my glasses on. It looked like a Joy. But Auntie, how are you?
I'm pretty great
Hey,
yourself.
Auntie Jay,
Hey, who was that?
boss lady.
Hey, boss lady, how are you?
I'm good. I hear you from on stereo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know my people. We go way back.
We go way back.
I'm glad y'all reunited. And it feels so good.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? But Auntie Jay, I didn't mean to interrupt because I was waiting for her to stop. But I really need to say this. This is the same man who the other day I might be on this live.
Wait, boy, Sadie, she the visitor. Let's let her start. Then y'all.
Okay,
then you
my
come
bad.
in.
Go
She
ahead.
the visitor.
My bad. Let me shut up. Okay.
I'm still gonna say Auntie Joy at the top of my glasses. I'm telling you. Well, how do you feel about what are you watching right now? Like, what made you come on up? How you feel? Sound off.
Because I was listening to this what made me click on TV. Because I was, I be going through these streets and whatever captures me, I'm gonna get in it. I'm gonna get in the chat. Didn't really
Mm-hmm.
have time to get in the chat because I heard his. I can't ask a man like him how long it takes me to do nothing regarding me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a woman. He a man. You not the womanologist, okay? I think he oversteps some of his manly boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Going up. What about him? Is he
Go ahead.
married?
No,
You,
he's divorced
yeah.
twice.
Right, he divorced like 3, 4. Wait a minute, how many? Like you almost like Jada Pinkett. So shut
Uh,
They are going to kill me in the chat. They going to kill me in the chat when this is over. Oh
okay, but I
my
want to say this. This is the same man who stood up here the other day and said that a woman, if your child come to you and say that her father was touching on her, this man said out of his mouth that you were supposed to say to your child, "Oh, girl, shut up. That's your daddy."
But you know,
what?
but
He
boss
said that
lady.
on. That's why I wanted you to
But
pay
hold it, boss
Tanya
lady.
TKO.
No, we did it first, boss lady.
Yeah, but
I did it. No, I went in just the same way. I don't know if you was here or was not here, but I did that piece before time. When I seen Tanya TKO do it, I'm like, I did it already. I did it before
yes,
time.
yeah, you did. Yeah, you
And
did.
I approached that.
I just
Same
appreciate her
problem.
doing it again.
Yeah. And how do you know, I mean, y'all can go to the last video. Y'all can say, I'm like, I'm glad she covered it too, because she had a little bit more feelings and emotions. But we covered that part too when you're talking about well, we're not gonna jump on that because they're
Okay,
gonna kill me in the chat.
I'm just saying.
No, you're right though. You're 100% right. But I wanted to let you know we did it. Me and you, we spoke on that first.
How you gonna tell your child, "Oh, that's your daddy," and she done said somebody was touching on her? This man is crazy.
This man is sick. This man is not using enough of his sperm. I mean his
Oh,
body fluid. His body fluid. You need to release for real. Because what you say don't make sense to me. See, you can't tell that to a person that survived sexual abuse from their mom's boyfriend. You can't say that. Like I'm offended by that.
me too.
It's your father. As though father haven't been touching little girls since the beginning of time, but ain't nobody say nothing. And then little girls grow up and think they supposed to sit on everybody's lap.
That was crazy. That was crazy because I was
He's
watching it.
crazy.
I was watching. I'm like, boss lady, we covered that already. But I still love Tanya TKO, so I still saw her whole thing.
Right.
So if I do play it, I'm gonna mix it with what we did already, and we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
mix it with hers, so
Mm-hmm.
you can see how women are taking that particular mess. Even in my video, I said that was a bad example.
It really was. It really
That was
was.
a bad example.
Don't you?
And then gonna say kids lie. You know, kids lie, and I'm like, I wouldn't give a damn. And then well, I got 2 kids from you. I'm like, did you really? I don't want to really get back into it because I like for people to go back and watch the replay. So if you go back and watch the replay, then we could talk about it. Because if we talk about it, then nobody's going to watch the replay. So I'll make sure that you are part of the subscribe to the channel, Auntie J.
I
We
did.
we enjoy you, but we're gonna speak upon the matter that's in hand. But yeah, I'm gonna do that over, boss lady. So and I'm gonna add them together because we did it first. We was on it like the Green Hornet. But please, whoever, if y'all hear what we're saying and y'all want to hear more into that, there's only like 2 or 3 videos back. Check out the replay.
How can you get yourself out of the ditch?
And if at any point in time he's saying something and y'all want to make a point, let me know. I will put it on mute. Okay, ladies?
Yes,
If I know he gonna be saying stuff that that y'all gonna
I
be
know he is. Yeah, he look like he gonna say a lot of stuff that I don't like, and I'm gonna be like, "Can you pause?
Oh Lordy.
Can you
I
pause?"
know
I'm
I
just
know
kidding.
for a fact. Boss lady gonna have some things to say.
Me too.
Nah,
I'm
me too.
like,
I have to put my mic on mute so that I won't scream out.
me too. Me too.
Oh my gosh. Y'all guys are funny. But whatever, that's what it say. Whatever my audience have to say has nothing to do with the channel or what I believe in. But they do have a right to speak how they believe. That doesn't mean that's what I agree with.
Right.
I gotta put that out there. But I don't
That's
want
right.
I don't want them in thinking that, we all do not think alike. But
No, we don't.
this platform is for people to speak freely.
And I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. I guess your family, boss lady know you. Miss Holly, you know she Miss Hollywood, right? She's Hollywood boss lady.
And Hollywood Part 2, Auntie J.
I got 2 Hollywoods. Okay.
Yeah, 2 superstars in the building.
That's right.
Yeah. He be over there with the Fisher King Payne too.
I
What you say?
do.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
So
failing math,
you
if you're
want
failing
to
math,
talk
you have
to.
to get yourself a passing grade in math.
Mm-hmm.
Student.
Your phone, you broke up. You
If
said what?
you're failing math, if you're failing trigonometry, geometry, chemistry, how can you get yourself out of failing? How can you get from an F to an A?
Hmm?
You gotta get help. You gotta get help.
Okay, so you said, I asked you, what are you doing? And you said, working on these issues, but you're really not.
So you're saying it's better to get the help so you could properly work on the issues.
Well, you're 33 years old with a child. You don't have time to go slow.
I don't.
So, I don't understand why women think that they can fix this stuff themselves.
How you
Oh
gonna help
no,
us?
you're absolutely right. I don't think to fix it myself, and I don't want to fix it myself.
But you said you were the one in charge. But you said you were working your issues, but
Exactly.
you by yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
have
have
to
to.
because it's just me and my son right now.
You gotta
And
fix
those
yourself.
are, it costs to have those type of assistance and helps. So I have to start, build from the ground up and get it. Not saying that it's not
You see me
required.
keep shrugging my shoulders like so. So I mean, I know it costs. Lose sleep, miss a meal.
Yeah,
Get another
and it
job.
doesn't mean that it's not gonna be accomplishable. It's just, I have to work so I can get the things that I need.
How did your child?
He will be 14.
So you got pregnant when you were like 18 or 19? Were you and his father married?
No, we were not.
Maybe.
Is his father in his life?
Mhm.
Why didn't you guys marry?
We were very young when we did, when I got pregnant and stuff. And, we just didn't see eyes. He has a lot of growing up to do. And mentally, where I was, I'm not there anymore. So it just didn't work.
If you don't think it's time to give up the dream, because the dream is the fantasy all women think they should have. What on a scale of on percentage chance? What do you think the percentage chance you have to get married?
I think it's about a 50%.
50%. Now, you do understand that 25% of black women were married in their lifetime. So you think your chance is twice as good as the average woman?
Yeah. I seen
It's
50-year-old
more
ladies
so
get
a
married.
goal,
Hold on, let me
but yeah.
mute it.
It's a goal?
I've seen 50-year-olds, I've seen 40, 50s, and 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds get married. You
Yeah,
so
He acts like getting a man is a fantasy. That's what he said. The fantasy. So
right.
we living to have a man is for us to have a fantasy. What?
No, he got me when he said, "Did you do trigonometry in school?" What that got to do with my life? What? Trigonometry? It seems like you interviewing her for a position. And she all dry. You know, she all dry. Like, girl, speak up for yourself. Well, you don't have to say answers to appease him. He ain't nobody. He another man.
This is somebody on the internet that she talking to. She act like she talking to somebody in some important office or something.
Right. She act like she them glasses got her. You know, she probably was intimidated by professors and teachers, but I'm not.
no, but
And she
they
don't,
all do that. They all do that. But
you
I
can't
was
intimidate me that way.
but what I was saying is there's no magic age where you can't get married or can get married. You get married. Sometimes people get married later on in life.
Right. I agree.
Sometimes some people lose their spouse, and this one is lonely. The purpose of getting married and having somebody so you don't be lonely. So sometimes your mate may go, or sometimes you and your husband found y'all divorced, and now you alone. And the same thing with that person, him and his wife divorced, and you
Right.
meet each other. Sometimes you meet each other playing bingo.
Right. And what make gives him the preconceived notion that every woman wanted to be married. That's
Or
not
every
every
man.
And
that's not
then
every drink.
then he says, I know they gonna chew me out. They gonna chew me out. I mean, they be saying the most dirt nastiest things to me, but it's all right. That's why you gonna die alone, right? I've never for everybody dies alone. And your point, I never understood that point. That's why
We
you gonna die alone. You do die. Everybody dies alone. You don't die with somebody else. You when it's time for you to go, you going by yourself.
right. Even
Now,
if we do a suicide together, we ain't gonna go together.
exactly. Everybody dies alone.
Everyone.
Even if you have a partner or not, or maybe you trying to say you're gonna grow old alone. I can understand saying you're gonna grow old, but the thing to that is once you get a certain age and you you know how to date better. Just like he's in his 50s, right? So
Hmm.
now he could date easy. Same thing go for other 50-year-olds. Even if you're a 50-year-old woman, you're gonna hang around people that's in your age bracket, unless you're a cougar, and you meet people. And some of them, got good jobs. Some of them is high value men. When you got a lot of men, don't think that because they high value that they automatically want the young, skimpy little girls. You cannot say that. I don't care what statistic you read. It doesn't matter. But I've never met anybody ever who did not die alone. when they sitting in when they sitting in that hospital bed or they go to sleep and they was alone.
Right.
Even them girls when they was attached to each other, when one died, the other one didn't die.
Right. See? And then he seems to me like he's just inwardly angry guy at women.
Yeah,
That's
I
that
get
sex.
that. He don't like women.
Right. So go be with what you want. Yeah. So if you had two failed marriages and the common denominator is you, what that tell you? What did that say?
I mean, he's the
Mr.
one that can't keep a relationship.
Right. Mr. Samuels. Heaven save you. What does that say?
Let me continue on this because this is a long video.
It's a
Yo,
goal.
I did. Let me tell you, boss lady. You know, I did this video this morning.
Mm.
Do you know it put me straight to sleep?
Oh yeah, I don't blame you.
Yo, I woke up. I was like, I hope it ain't off yet, right? Oh God. Oh, and the only person I saw in there, the only thing I seen was, of course, alien blood. Everything he said, everything he said is right. I couldn't even say nothing. I went right back to sleep. Right. But a good thing when I finally woke up, it was still on a little bit. So technically, this is my first time hearing it when it should have been my second time. But I was knocked out the whole video. Oh my God! Here we go.
For me to get accomplished
It's a
because
hope. I think it's a hope.
it's that too.
So if 1 in 4 Black women can expect to marry in their lifetime, you're already 33 with a child. Why do you have twice as much of a chance as the average woman?
It's more so of the confidence that I have in myself and what I'm trying to accomplish in my life.
To men, that sounds like delusion.
Don't forget, if you're not part of
I'm just saying,
Love Channel, hit that subscribe.
You rarely meet a woman who sits back and says, you say, I don't have a shot. Y'all don't want to give up on the dream. You give yourself twice as likelihood of marriage. You're not really doing any work. You can't afford it or time or whatever. So would you bet your life? I mean, would you really? I don't understand why you're so optimistic.
What's your point? What's your point?
You know, but
no, you have to be realistic.
I would rather to be on the positive side of it.
No, you'd rather be on the realistic side. You'd rather be on the realistic side because when you're realistic, then you can actually start doing stuff. And at 33, you're not doing anything that's moving the needle forward. You're just getting older.
Well, I wanted to say something this guy wrote in my thing. I wanted to discuss that.
Does not make you pass a class.
Damn, I wanted to discuss that. Shit. I gotta find it.
Would you agree?
One of the comments.
Okay. So, all things being equal, can you really say you're doing anything to move the needle forward towards becoming a wife?
No. Well, I can't right now.
Okay, then why not give up on the dream?
It's easy to give up, but why would you just give up on something? People still get married after their 30s.
See, what I'm trying to get ladies to understand is if you can't be honest with yourselves, you're not going to get the outcomes. Because a lot of the world will tell you guys to just power of affirmation and believe in yourself and manifest and visualization. But none of that's practical, real world, everyday stuff.
So do you give up? And she give up on the dream, and then what?
I would go more so as into just like live your life as positively as you can, do the best that you can, and if you do find love in hopes of a marriage, that's great.
You think marriage is about love?
No, it's a partnership. That's just a bonus that you can get down the line.
What is your relationship ideal or your relationship model? What is the relationship, the male-female relationship that you point to as the ideal for you?
Ideal?
What is the model? Like
my expectation.
This particular couple is what I would like to be like.
Oh, well, there's not just one in particular, because every couple has.
Give me one.
Give me one. I don't have one that I can think of at the top of my head. I don't really look into other couples like that.
Okay. Who's your feminine role model as a Black woman?
Okay. As a Black woman, it's my stepmom.
And I mean the public figure. Can't just be your stepmom. Nobody knows her.
Public figure. Okay. Well, but she's not married. Halle Berry. Halle Berry is a good actress. I love her.
I said feminine role model. I said feminine role model. Femininity. Femininity, though.
Oh, okay.
The feminine ideal. The feminine ideal. Who's the ideal feminine black woman? Somebody tell that.
Yes. Amanda is awesome. I love how she does her.
Amanda.
All women are
Okay, take your
feminine.
hand down.
All women is a bit. He's so
Amanda
stupid.
who?
Amanda, I think her name is Sil. No. Yeah.
She's a feminist.
She is a feminist, but I love
What I
her.
want you to understand, audience, is just like the previous woman, if you can't even identify it, you can't get it. I'm asking you what's your ideal role model for a couple. You don't have one.
No,
So-
the first thing I said is that I didn't.
No, you said there's so many. I said give me one. You said I can't give you.
I can't, yeah.
Well, then if you can't give me one, you can't tell me there's so many. If there's so many, you can name one.
That I don't know because I don't look at these couples like that.
Then that's the problem. That's the problem. Our women were not taught to look and say, this couple is what you want to be like.
I can't find them that comment. I'll look for it later.
To where I don't be like, yeah, you want to be like somebody.
But I don't like a couple because I don't know what that couple issues are. I don't know what they have.
See, okay, class. This is what I'm telling you. This is why I say you got to give up on hope, man. Because you're getting all off the question. You don't have an idea. Okay, what is the marital standard you're trying to live up to? How about that? To know when it's quote unquote right. How do you know? What are you modeling after?
Okay, I see what you're talking about now. You're right. I don't have a model couple figure.
Right. Okay. Well, then if you don't have it's like
Hold up. Hold up. I would just like to say, I hear what you're saying, but it doesn't make complete sense because if you don't care about a woman's money, her job, her intelligence, and how is she supposed to get ready to go out with you? That takes money. Makeup costs money, hair costs money, nails cost money, feet cost money. So when you're meeting somebody, if this is what you're looking for, you do have to care that they have some money, because how are they going to look good to you? You want them to stay in shape, that costs money. To buy a nice dress and shoes, where is this money coming from? Where? That's the only part that confuses me. So, y'all can jot it down in the chat, in the comment section, if y'all watching it, because I'm like, no, women have to have a job or something, which means you do care about her money. You do care, because if a woman didn't have no money, she couldn't really look good. You would go right past her. You want that woman that looks good. You want her to have.
You want that woman with that
nice
high
clothes.
value. How you gonna get the high value woman if she don't have nothing that's high value that's keeping her up in her status?
So so you do care if a woman is dressed and kept, but that takes money. Now you may not care about, you don't want to hear about her having money, but in all reality, you do. Yeah, that's true. The woman might get the money from their family. No, but a lot of the people in their family, these women is grown. They're not going to keep her nails done, keep her hair. They're not going to keep her. If she needs something, they'll give it to her if they have it. But for the type of woman that they're looking for, It costs money to look like that. So they had to go to school. They had to get an education. They had to get a job just to get to look good for you. So if you didn't care about that, then y'all will be getting a bunch of broke females who look terrible, and then your high value money is gonna make them look good. You're gonna want to get their nails done. You gotta do everything, and then you gotta get them wife ready. Then you gotta get them mother ready. So you ain't gonna do that to a real broke person who doesn't have nothing. So in all reality, you do care. You care some way, somehow, even if it's a little bit, you care. She just can't bring it to you because you're the man, but that money she do have that y'all don't care about is what brought her to you. I'm just saying. This is why we do discussions. It may be right, it may be wrong, but this is why we do discussions.
Or putting together a puzzle. If you don't have a model or instructions, you just got a bunch of pieces. So I'm going to say, all right, who's your femininity role model? And you say a feminist.
So,
man, those two things alone mean there's no hope.
It's a lot of hope. Feminist women got
for
kids.
Any woman, a feminist, a black feminist, married.
A feminist cannot be married because she's too strong-minded and one-sided.
That is not true. That is not true.
Well,
that is absolutely not true.
At 33, man, if this is the level of thought, and here's another, and no insult intended.
Feminist doesn't mean I hate men. A feminist just mean we want equal. We want to get paid equal. People are like, well, and if we do the same job, and we do it the same way, we should get the same pay. We should get the same opportunities. That does not mean that they're not itching and scratching. They need somebody to come scratch them. A lot of them are good wives. A lot of them, whether you like it or not, because of their drive, men benefit from it too. Men benefit from it. From us not sitting down in that chair when Rosa Parks slashed the women who sat down there first, but they chose Rosa Parks. Y'all men benefited from it. When that daggone, I showed you guys when, in what was it, 19 something, when they had the in Birmingham, Alabama. Not only when they wanted the men to step up, the men ain't step up. You knew who stepped up? Them young girls. And then the men follow. But y'all, a lot of things y'all men do too, we benefit from. But that's what, when y'all be like, y'all men are not equal to women. Yes. Because we both benefit from each other. That's what make us even. Yeah, because you do different things. Yeah, and people benefit from it. So whatever I do too, women do also. Men benefit. When it comes down to a black woman and we get tired, they know I ain't getting out this damn seat. And then they gave Martin Luther King all the credit, but that things was going on before Martin Luther King even knew about it. They called him and say, "Hey, because but we're gonna keep it the way history is." Coretta Scott King, but no, that's his wife, Rosa Parks. I meant when Rosa Parks, even though with another lady who didn't get out that seat, and then they started all of this, and yeah, we knew that we needed men, but it still took that lady to spark that fire. In Birmingham, Alabama, it took for them little girls to spark that fire. When they sat up there and say, Yo, y'all gonna end up going to jail and y'all gonna need some help. Not one man stood up. Not one. That's your history. Go check it out. I'm not lying. It's your history. I'm just saying that we both bring things to the table that both of us benefit from. So that is what makes us equal. And you can't just have a certain type of woman, because a lot of things would not have been here if every woman stayed home and was just a wife and a mother. And we just had it like that, a lot of things we wouldn't be having now. I gotta think about all the things that men benefit from it. And I know I'm gonna hear, no, we ain't benefit from nothing. That's why I even Googled it for Black History Month, all the things women have done. And I did it for all the things men have done. So if I was able to find things that women have done, I shouldn't have been able to find that. If it was all traditional women back then, I shouldn't have even been able to find anything a woman have done that we benefited from. I would have been only able to find what men benefit from. All right, that's just my saying. Chew me out, chew me out. But like I said, you can't change what's real. I don't care about statistics. Now I'll throw them videos right back up. I'll throw them. I always do that for Black History Month. I'll throw them videos right back up.
This is the level of serious thought you have put into this. Then it's no wonder you can't find it, because you just pick what you like. Just picking what you like, and that's what we told the women in our community. Just pick what you like. So, if you're a man out here looking for a wife, what man wants to sit back and say, "Well, as my wife, who's your couple role model, couple ideal?" Oh, I don't know. Well, then how is he gonna know you're gonna be a good wife? Well, I'm trying to be like this woman. We got to know what we're getting.
To have an image to look up to.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my point is, I don't. And when I say it's the time to give up hope, give up on the dream, it's about being realistic. And I've just showed in this less than 10 minutes that you're very far away from where you say you want to be. You said give up by 40. You want to be married and have another kid. You got to do that in the next 5 years. And you're very, very far away. And you're doing nothing. I mean, you're just not working with a counselor or anything else like that. So it's not about telling women to give up. It's about telling women to get honest and self-aware.
And realistic.
Right. You said I give yourself a 50-50 shot. I give you more or less about a 5%. Because you're already a mother with a 14-year-old. You've lived your life as a single mother and as a single woman. And you've had a lot. You didn't even have your 20s to yourself. You know how to survive. So the likelihood of falling back into a wife, without any model, without any goal, it's kind of like saying, I'm big on this model thing. So I appreciate it though. Anything else before you leave?
Nope. I saw you had posted up what was a good image.
Appreciate it. Guys, I think it's important to say, what is your relationship model? Who is it? I want you to notice that how often so many of our women, their model, their feminine role model, is based upon their accomplishments.
Hi. You've seen me before.
I'm not buying nothing. You're not working.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Have you been on here before?
I came on, but I was asked to get off the phone because I was at work. So I'm back.
All right. So you were asked to get off earlier today?
No, the last time I was on with you.
Okay. So when's the time? Is it time to give up on the fantasy or the dream?
The dream to be married or what?
The dream that's keeping the dream that's the reason you're single right now.
It's never time. I mean, we all have different times in life.
Really? How old are you again?
30.
What age is the time to give up on the dream?
There's people getting married 60, 80.
No, I'm talking about you.
Me personally,
I just said that people get
I'm not going to
married.
give up because I don't think I'm really trying yet. So
She's a pretty 30-year-old too. She look good.
To be honest with you, I'm having my selfish year, so I'm gonna give myself probably like 1 to 2 years. Then I'll pursue a relationship or whatever I desire.
You have any kids?
Yes, I have a beautiful daughter. She's 6.
Why do you think it works like that?
Works like what?
You're already a single mother, which is no shot. My mom was a single mother, but talk about your selfish years when you got a kid.
Yeah, one.
My question is, you said that. I said, is it time to give up a dream? You said, never give up on a dream. That people get married in their 60s and 80s, which is always this fanciful shit like that. So if your daughter, so listen. So
We all
listen. No. If your daughter didn't study, didn't do her homework, and said, well, Mom, people pass tests all the time. You'd say, all right, daughter, just live life like that.
He's generalizing.
I'm not understanding.
That's not
Did you
right.
ask me a question or?
Yeah. Would you allow? Why are you? When are you going to grow up and become a serious woman?
I feel like I'm being serious. I'm taking my life seriously.
But you said you're in your selfish years.
Yeah, I think we all have.
She don't want a
when
relationship.
When you're in a relationship, you really can't be selfish because you are constantly having to think about your partner. So at this current moment in my life, I want to be selfish. I want to worry about me and not have to think about making somebody else happy. You know what I'm saying?
Why make a baby?
Why did I make a baby? 1, I was young. 2,
you were 24.
Yeah, so
you weren't young.
I mean, technically,
Youngest
I think
14, ma'am. Youngest 14.
I was engaged, so that was my main reason to do
It
it.
doesn't count for marriage. So
God.
don't get combative. Don't get fussy, because you say you want to be selfish, and I'm just sitting here listening. I'm like, you're a mother.
Yeah, selfish for my daughter. Reason.
No, you haven't said for your daughter. You
For
said.
the-
No, you don't, ma'am. I hear very well. I hear very well. And you only brought your daughter up when I called it out.
It's for both of us.
Of course it is. So how's doing dicks gonna help your daughter?
Doing dicks. Who said who's doing dicks?
Being selfish, doing your own life. I mean,
That's
what are you doing in your single years? What are you doing in your single years is going to help you become a wife?
work on myself. Work on what my priorities, my goals, my
Johnny Gill ass. Me.
No, that's what
Listen
you
to
just
this
asked her.
selfishness.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud. If you want to say I'm being selfish, okay, I'm finally being selfish.
Good. Die alone. You can be proud and die alone. That's cool, man. We're honestly, I'm more happy with women like you who are loud and proud, so we can identify you, so guys can just learn to just say congratulate you, live in your truth and your power.
I will not die. I will guarantee you that.
Of course not.
And And even if these women die alone, a lot of these rich people die alone too. Even though everybody dies alone, but sometimes you do gotta be a little selfish. You do gotta be selfish. You do gotta work on yourself. So what me saying that is because why bring a partner into this and not be all about your partner? It's a beautiful thing when she get past this selfish state, so she could be a good woman to the man that she gets. But if she get a man right now, she's not going to be a good woman. She's not, because the time that he's going to want from her, she's going to be doing her. So she want to get out of the way the things that she wants to do, so she could be a good woman to her man. She don't want to go to no man and feel. I mean, she already got a kid. She's a beautiful woman. To me, within 2 years, she could still get a man. But y'all make it seem like just because it's not a high value man that other men don't exist. And you said plenty times out of your own mouth, there's only a handful of high value men. It's only a handful. And they got options, they got choices, but everybody does. Everybody does. And then some women, you got to remember now, some women see your pocket really big, but just because you have value, don't make you the cutest. That don't make you the cutest. You can sometimes, some of them high value men, they be with them women, and as soon as they take off them damn clothes, their eyes is closed. Like, I don't want to see this shit. No. Yeah, I'm married to the high value man. I got my body straight. I'm in shape. And I got to look at this. Oh, hell no. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. But remember, these videos is for whatever you can learn from it. But I'm saying, y'all make it seem like all of them look good and stuff like that. Some women get them high value. They got to close their eyes all the time. Some of them, you got to hold their belly up and everything. But you want us to be perfect. I ain't saying all, but I'm just saying it is what it is. Shit. It is what it is. I didn't make this up. It just is what it is.
I know it's a scary sight when he take his clothes off. Oh Lord.
No, let's not talk about the Godfather. The Godfather.
He think is wanting to look at that old wrinkle.
Yeah, but we're going to listen. We're going to take it.
Okay.
I'm the Godfather. Because the Godfather is teaching. We're talking about the women here. We're not here to talk about the Godfather. Unless he's saying something to a woman and we're doing commentary on it. Then we're doing commentary on what is being said. Oh, Lord.
All gonna get married to high value men and have solid old children and travel and drive Mercedes and have personal chefs and all this other stuff. Of course, it's all gonna happen. Mm-hmm. That's what you've been told. That's why, and I'll be honest, that's why at 30 years old, you have such a defiant attitude. Your attitude is kind of trash regarding relationships.
Okay. She ain't in no relationship.
Relationships.
I know, right?
Relationships. It's a period. It's just kind of trash regarding relationships. Because apparently to you, relationships hinder you from being selfish. But I've got news for you.
What?
An average man provides a woman options. A man of value provides a woman freedom. You can't be selfish as a single mama. You got to do what you got to do.
Okay, that's a fact.
I know. So why you'd rather be? We have deified being a single mother when that shit is hard.
That's exactly why I have to be selfish, because I don't have time to have that.
You don't have to. Being selfish doesn't get you a man. Doesn't get you a husband.
looking for a man right now. I think I'm content
I
with.
want you to understand. See, this is what I mean. So you are prepared. Well, that's fine. That's why I'm glad to do these things, because they think it's a game.
Here, what's that?
Did you go to college? Did you go to college?
Yes. I actually went to.
You're breaking. What's your degree in?
I didn't graduate college.
Oh, okay. What was your profession?
I was in school for nursing.
What is your profession?
I'm in the airline industry.
All right, Ayana.
So you're a flight attendant.
Yes.
All right, Ayana, don't forget to come back. Come back. Press subscribe and come back. But you have a blessed day.
And next.
You're a sky waitress. Shout out to the sky waitresses. Not really a good profession for a single mother. But see, I want you guys to understand that she fits in that kind of creative area, and you find a lot of women who are hairstylists and flight attendants because they can fly places, but you say you're gonna do it for 2 more years and then you're gonna decide to find a husband or decide to be in a relationship. Do you want any more kids one day?
Oh yeah, I definitely want.
How many more?
She's not even in a relationship. Shut up.
Probably like two more.
I'm assuming you want to have kids in the context of a marriage, or do you care?
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to wait for. So,
okay. So when you're married and pregnant with the next child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
No.
Okay. Then after you have your 2 other kids and your 1 kid, what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for an entire lifetime? I mean, if you don't provide it's not there.
I feel like it would be like old style parenting, like so maybe like the groceries or it's like stuff like that.
In other words, less than 10%.
Correct.
Less than 5% for groceries. So groceries. So you really don't want to have. I'm not judging, man, but groceries for you don't really want to have to provide any real money. That's fine, 5-10%.
Oh, I saw my parents do it. The man took care of mostly everything, whatever. Even though she made a decent amount of money, she made over 6 figures. All she did was
Your mother married to your father?
Yes.
Are they still married?
Yes.
Okay, you're not your mom. You're an independent modern woman, and you want to be a housewife.
Yes.
Ain't gonna happen. Because the kind of men that make the kind of money to be able to afford 3 kids and a lifestyle, $200,000 ain't gonna put up with this.
This man is tripping.
I'm not gonna put up a modern woman. It's not going to put up. What I'm saying is the kind of men that can afford a family of 3 in a middle class, upper middle class lifestyle aren't putting up with modern women.
She ain't even met the man
yet. They want
yet.
traditional feminine women who are they're not selfish. They are selfless. They put themselves last.
Really?
But I
They
feel
put
like that.
the man first and their family second.
That was me for about 8 years. So
Doesn't matter. And they want a woman that's like that in all things at all times. They don't want a woman who goes through a selfish phase. Matter of fact, when they find a woman who are like you, they say she's a chameleon, and they'll hit the skins and they'll leave. They don't marry her. They run a background check. And as soon as they find an independent streak, you're
liar.
You're not in wife category. We're talking about men who you're talking about you don't want to have to pay for groceries. So a man's going to have to make well over 6 figures to have $1.5 million in kids.
Your nails are sharp, dog.
You got this little smirk, like it's not a game. I'm doing this so other women can hear.
And she put her mask back on. She put her mask back on.
No, there's nothing else to be said. You said pretty enough. You and your selfish phase. And there's nothing out there that you're doing that's going to be of value to a husband.
I think it is. Me being selfish will prepare me in order when that right man, I will be in the space. in order to give him like 100% of me. At this moment, I cannot give no man, not even 50% of me right now, because I'm not even thinking about a man. You know what I'm saying? So in all honesty, when it comes down to, like, let's say if a year or 2 years from now, when I'm in the right state of mind, in order to, you know, be able to have a relationship with no walls and whatnot, you know, then I'll be able to give myself like that, you know.
Okay, so let me ask you two questions. If a man who can meet your standards, he can meet a whole lot of other women's standards. Okay, why would he pick you, a woman who has to go on this selfish journey and all sorts of stuff? Why would he not pick a woman who's already in her feminine? And
you know why he can pick it? Because she's in the selfish state now. When she get a man, she's going to be out of her selfish state. Then she can give her own. So the man she got, she's gonna give him his own. Why would he be worrying about her selfish state when he wasn't even with her? So she'll be easy to pick, just like any other woman that will be easy to pick, because she's not selfish anymore. And hey, Kedar, y'all sad? No, darling, I'm not sad, but welcome, welcome, and welcome. I'm glad you up here. But people ain't sad. And why would we be sad, Keto? And I'm just letting y'all.
Ain't nobody sad.
I'm just letting y'all. KS Samuels know I got permission to use this video from another channel, and I also emailed him. Please do not come on here saying that you're using his content. No, that's not how it goes. Okay? All right.
It's not his content anymore.
No, it is still. It still is. But it's like to say that because I know y'all in the bushes, iron stuff out, But like I said, what people feel, I don't feel, but I'm going by what people say. I'm doing commentary. So I have no reason to be sad because I'm not that lady. We are two different people. Why would I be sad? Because that's her in a selfish page. That's her talking to Kevin Samuels. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Why would I be sad? Shit. Are you sad from the next man? Are you sad? You ain't got nothing to do with the next man. Why would you? Are you sad? Maybe she might be sad, but I'm not sad. I just like to pick up the lessons. Y'all messing up the lessons here.
Not wavering, did not have to go through anything. She's just ready to go.
Okay, he can pick the other.
No, listen, and no child.
Badly, he can pick the.
Listen, I think you need to understand the kind of men you're looking for are very rare. Women aren't rare. Cute isn't rare. What you have to offer the market, which is men, is in abundance. So the person who is rare has to pick. He can only pick one wife. Why would he pick a wife that was in this position when he can pick a woman who just has her mind right from the jump?
She didn't have her mind right from the jump.
So when I'm thinking about my
ain't nobody
husband,
grow
I'm
up.
thinking he's destined for me. So
Yeah.
I'm not
mind right
thinking,
from the
Where'd you get that belief at? Where'd you get that belief from?
Where did I get that belief? I believe in, what is it? Law of attraction. I don't know. I just believe that my husband is my husband, right? So if I have that mentality, okay, this man is going to be my husband. This man is going to be my husband. No, my husband will find me.
How many men are destined for you?
How many men?
Mm-hmm.
I've been in one serious relationship, so I
Um,
don't know.
I mean, I'm just asking because you mentioned destiny. So, is there only one man that's destined for you?
Honestly, yeah,
Okay. Then, if that's the case, why do you have another man's child?
because at one point in time, that one man was.
No. Think about what you just said. If you're his, then you should. If he's yours, then you should be his.
Hold on.
If that's the case, you shouldn't have another man's child.
See, that sounds good. It sounds really good. It sounds excellent. But the problem is things happen. The same way you have a child, things happen that you're not with their mother anymore. You're not, things happen. You can't make us feel a certain way for having a kid, which I think I'm confused. When I get confused, can y'all please break it down to me in the chat? Now, boss lady,
Yeah.
now we know majority of grown women, majority, not everybody, have kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're telling them, if you're a grown man in your 40s and 50s, not 7 times out of 10, that woman have a child or children, right? Where you at, boss lady?
Okay.
All right, so if you're telling men to not have a woman with kids, which are you looking for kids? Real young kids? Are you, I mean, it's like if you're waiting, it's like you being 40, 50 years old. So majority of them men and women have kids. So what you looking for, young girls? Because them will be just about the only ones who don't have no kids. But most of the women start having kids at that age. So that doesn't sound appropriate to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, what women are you looking at? Because you're not looking at middle. You just said you're not looking at middle-aged women. You're not looking at older women. So who are you looking at to have these relationships with?
And a lot of these 20-year-olds, they got kids too. Unless you're going waiting for them by the college, which you say you don't care about their education. I'm not talking about Captain Samuels. I'm just talking about the idea of what y'all saying. Well, y'all wait for them by the college or y'all wait for them by the high school and get them early so they can have your kids and marry you, and now you got a younger wife. But then that only should, and I think that's the best thing ever. If they got a kid, leave us alone. And women, if men have kids, then leave their ass alone too. Y'all don't want women with kids. We don't want men with kids. So that would save a lot of problems. So we shouldn't we don't want no baby mama drama. Same way y'all don't want to raise no woman. We don't want to raise the next woman kid. We don't want no baby mama drama. It's worse. It's worse when a woman mess with a man that got kids than a man who got kids from a woman. Y'all gonna say no, 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 no in the chat, but in reality, I'm a woman. It's true. How many times you hear a woman, I don't want my baby, I don't want my child over there with her. If you buy that child something, why that child? I don't like that for my child. My daughter or my son like this and that. It's always a constant problem women go through when they are messing with men who have kids. Then on top of that, some men got child support. So now, should we say, so shouldn't we not mess with men that got kids because your child support take money out of our household? It takes money out of our household if we're married and you got paid. So we shouldn't mess with you neither. We should not mess with you. It should be two people that have no kids, neither one have kids, get married, and then they have kids. But for everybody else who have kids before they marry, leave each other alone. That's all I'm saying. 4:30. Send me some food. I'm hungry.
You know, yeah. So
Excuse me. Just think about the logic. Just think. Don't get defensive. Just think about the logic. If you guys are destined to be with one another, that means you should be only for him. That means your womb should only be for him.
That's correct. And that was my mistake for having. I can't say my.
Or there is no such thing as somebody that's destined to be with you. It's a choice. That is Disney fantasy that's been marketed to the women in the West to sell you Valentine's Day cards and engagement. This is a new creation. And my question to you is, if your mother and father were married and they're still married, did they not model what a healthy, functioning marital relationship was to look like?
I mean, I don't think that marriage is perfect, but they did definitely model what marriage is, you know.
So do you want to have what they had?
I would say, yeah.
So if you were to look in the public, what would be your relationship ideal role model? Your relationship ideal model? What couple do you say that's who you want it to be like?
Honestly, I would say a man like Russell Wilson. So, you know, but.
And if I asked you is your black femininity ideal? Who is that public figure?
Who's my ideal public figure? I honestly would say Beyonce.
Femininity. Beyonce? Makes sense. It makes sense because the only way your world will work is if you're Sierra and you want a Russell Wilson. The thing is, this has been invaluable because there's so many women like you who just think, well, how can I say this? You can believe what you want, you can live in your truth, but here's the thing. The likelihood of you getting Sierra's prayer, you have a better chance of hitting the lottery, especially for a provider male. And the man that would be better suited for you, he's probably better off without you. And I mean this way because you're selfish. A wife doesn't have a selfish streak. Are you the only child?
No.
Okay. So, and I don't mean any insult by this, but seriously, have you ever had any therapy?
No.
Have you ever considered it?
Oh yeah, I think I have just recently.
I think you should look into it. I think you should look into it because what you're saying, man, may feel like it's protecting you, but it's very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. Life is about people. And I know you're on Instagram, you got to protect your ego and say certain things because you want to maintain status, but it's not. You can't live this way. Not especially with the outcomes you're talking about, because there's not one person that's destined for you. You choose somebody. Life ain't about love. The marriage ain't about love. It's about an agreement. And my question is, do you have what it takes to go 30? Do you have what it takes to go 40 years with somebody?
Yeah, if I'm married, of course, you know. But if I'm not, you know, just like my last situation, 8 years down the road for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So.
But you could have married that person.
I don't have time to.
You could have married that person.
No, some men are selfish. So.
But you're a selfish woman. That would have been perfect.
Oh. I plead the fifth on this one.
Right. Don't blame it on the men. You picked him. We are what we attract. So last questions. All right, because let's just say your right person doesn't show up for whatever reason. What does life look like at 55 years old socially if you're unmarried?
If I'm unmarried, I hope to have friends who are also, and just live life, enjoy life for what it is.
Okay. What state do you live in?
Washington, D.C.
Okay. will you have your $2.2 million you'll need to retire on at age 65 to live from 65 to 85 as a flight attendant?
I'm hoping to do more than that, but yeah.
How are you hoping to do that on a flight attendant job?
I don't plan to just stay here, so I have my own plans and agenda. So,
What profession do you plan on? What profession do you plan on pursuing that's going to give you that kind of income and investment savings?
That's my personal.
No, man. You can just tell us. You don't have to give us the exact plan. Just ask us. Just the profession.
Honestly, a real estate plan. So.
Really?
Yes. So, I mean, it's not just me, but yeah. You can laugh all you want, but that's.
Oh my God! Damn it! Can't make this shit up.
Okay.
God
Next.
damn it. I'm laughing, man, because I did. Have you watched this since the beginning?
It's funny
Have you
how.
watched this since the beginning? Man, stop. Have you been watching this since the beginning?
I can say here and there.
Oh, God damn it. This is where you come from. Undefeated. I told you, the realtor, here she is. Extrovert, attention seeking.
I don't see what's.
Hopeful, optimistic.
I really don't see
Always
this.
found out about you, man. Oh, God damn it. God damn it.
I'm missing the joke, so please fill me in.
You watch the replay. Watch the replay. I talked about the 7 or 8 archetypes of women, and today we're talking about the realtor. And I went down and said who the realtor is, how she thinks, how she moves, and man, you nailed it to a T. You nailed it to a goddamn T. And I see you every day.
Oh, you're funny.
No, you're common. This is a common mindset, and I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to let you know that you have a choice at 30 years old. But if you don't get some help to get out of whatever's in your mind that's making you on this selfish thing, because whatever it is, it's some fear, scarcity, and like some hurt, some something. Because this is a normal for a female to be so, and you can't fix it yourself. So have a good day, though.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, God damn. Woo. Boy, and people are like, who's he? Who qualifies you to talk about this? Who makes you? Well, who do you get to pick? That's why. I know y'all. I know you, 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 I know you. And if I know you, maybe, just maybe, I can tell you some things about yourself that you may not see. I need you to understand that it's not common for women to be so that dumb. I'm just selfish. You can't be selfish. Nobody wants a selfish wife. But, what has this world told women? Hey, be this way. It'll help you get what you want. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're over count guy. Nope, not gonna pull you in here. I don't see who you are. So, guys, I mean, is there a hope for somebody like that? Sure, there's hope for almost anybody who's willing to accept the fact that, to stop, not, she gets some therapy, check that ego, deal with the hurt mask. There are a lot of women walking around with a lot of egotistical out there, but there's a lot of hurt. Hello.
Hey.
How old are you?
23.
Okay. So, do you know what we're talking about tonight?
Yeah.
All right, I need you to go ahead and keep the camera steady. Can't have it all over the place.
My bad.
So what do you got to do?
What you mean?
What do you have to say on the topic?
Really, I was just like seeing you saying like, you know, different type of women, so I would want you to like tell me about my.
Mm-mm. Y'all got to come in with a little bit more on it than that. You don't have time to read your mind and everything else. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. Tell me what it is. All right, this lady keeps popping back in. Are you trying to get in here or not? Hello?
Hey, Mr. Samuels.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry about earlier. I was at dinner and I didn't expect you to pick me.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so your question earlier was, do I think it's time to give up?
Give up the dream. Mm-hmm.
Give up a dream? I don't think so. I don't think a person should ever give up on a dream because it may not manifest in your timing. So I think that a person should just stay consistent and then things will happen in divine order.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
29.
Where? Are you a Christian?
I'm a believer.
Okay. So where's all this manifest in divine order coming? Where does that come from?
So Mr. Samuel, that comes from my experience. So, I mean, I get what you're
You don't have to call me. You can call me Kevin. You can call me Kevin. It's fine.
Okay. So, Kevin, I get why you're asking me about like the Christian belief because typically Christians would say, you know, there's power in the tongue and.
No, what I'm saying is this manifest and divine order, divine divinity is a higher spiritual power. See, those words sound, they tickle your ears and they feel good to your ego, but where is it coming from?
Well, I do have a Christian foundation, so I was born and raised. Yes, sir.
Okay, but I was raised in a Christian church, and there was no talking about manifestation. There was talk about work. Faith without works is dead.
I agree.
So, but do you though? Because you said you don't believe a person should give up on a dream. So you don't think a person should ever give up on a dream?
Wait, well, so that's what you said. Yes, sir. I feel that if a person is, like I said, if they're being consistent, then I feel like whatever their goal is, I feel that they should receive the results. If you're being
okay, don't tell me what you feel. Tell me what you think.
What I think. So from my experience, with the goals that I've had set for myself, I failed. Some goals I just didn't follow through with because I was inconsistent or I didn't.
Okay, well, if I wanted to have a goal of playing in the NBA, it's my dream to be in the NBA.
Okay.
I could get there.
I think that I believe if you put the work in.
I need you to be honest, ma'am. See, this is don't do typical. You need to be right. Don't diminish yourself like that. Don't do that in front of millions of people. You think I can get to the NBA, ma'am? Tell me what. Did you go to college?
Yes, sir. Well, I guess I have that belief because
No, ma'am. No, did you go to college?
Yes, sir.
Did you complete it?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir. You don't have to call me sir.
Okay.
But I'm 53. Tell me that I could make it to the NBA if I continue to be consistent.
Okay, at 53, no.
Okay, so there is a point in time where logic kicks in. Why is that so hard? Why is that so hard to just admit?
I
mean,
guess
I'm 53 years old. You see this gray in my beard, and you went all the way around the world to know. And this is why men say y'all are delusional, because y'all will sit there and be looking at the truth right in front of you, but you won't acknowledge it.
Hey.
Why do you need to believe so hard that if you just focus it, why do you need to believe that your dreams will come true?
wait, can you repeat that?
Why do you need to believe this? Why do you need to believe this?
Why do I need to believe that my dreams will come true?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I need to believe in myself in order for it to happen.
What's the difference between dream and fantasy?
Dream and fantasy. A dream is something that may not come true, and a dream is something that there's a possibility.
No, I need it more concrete.
A fantasy is something that a person would I don't know, actually.
You don't know the difference?
I don't know the difference between a dream and fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I think people use those
the activity of imagining things, especially things that are impossible or improbable. So it's imagining things that are impossible or improbable. That's a fantasy.
Okay.
Many today's dreams are really fantasies called dreams.
Gotcha.
You telling me that I could get to the NFL would be a fantasy. It's very improbable. So the difference is the probability. At what point do you think the numbers dictate you should give up on a dream because it becomes a fantasy? Out of 100%.
Out of 100%.
Out of 100%, if you say, okay, I got a 90% chance or a 95% chance, but 80% chance, but when it's below this, it's enough for me to give up on. What is that number?
I would say okay, well I feel like it depends on the situation, but if I could pick an age, I would say in the late 50s. Late 50s.
50? So, okay. So, what we're talking about is women giving on this fantasy man. At what point do you think a woman should accept the man that's in front of her, the average boring guy?
I would say, I don't know, Mr. Samuels, because it depends. Because I want to say, but I know a lot of 50-year-old women that.
I'm not just talking about 50-year-old men. I'm not talking about 50-year-old. I'm just talking about women in general. At what age do you? Okay. The problem is, black women in particular, y'all are already marrying at a 1 in 4 rate, and that's with the baby boomers and Gen X. You're 30, how old? 29?
29.
Millennials, y'all are marrying at less than a 20% rate. And if you watch my show, you'll see that most women want the same kind of man.
I do.
You all can't have him.
You're right.
So when do you accept the fact that when should a woman who's average accept an average man?
35.
Why should she not accept him at 22 with her average ass? Why should she wait till 35? Is she gonna become less average? Or is she gonna become more average as she ages?
More average. I get where you're going with this with the fantasy. I get it now. I was listening earlier. I had so much to say. I get where you're going.
Yeah, logic is a bitch.
I get it. I'm laughing so hard because I was like, I can't wait to get on there because I have this point and that point. But I get what you're saying because I feel like for my 9 years old, I have children. You know, I'm single. was a teacher. I have like a head on my shoulders, right? And I feel like a little bit of me, I don't want to settle, but a little bit of me feels as if I'm waiting on this fantasy guy.
Well, let ask yourself a question. You don't have any children?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't have to call me sir. But you think about the man that could meet your standard, the man that does it for you. Woo! Okay, but you need to ask yourself, if he can meet your high standard, he can meet a lot of women's standards.
I know.
Then he can only pick one.
You're right.
What happens to the rest if he doesn't pick? Wait for another diamond? That's why I'm laughing. At 29, at what age do you just tell a woman to say, stop trying to get something that's out of your range?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I know I'm right, but why is it that women seem to be so repulsed by this idea?
I don't know, and I can tell you, that's a little bit, that's my reality. But I have the logic in the back of my mind. I'm still maneuvering through life.
What'd you go to college for?
I'm sorry?
What'd you go to college for?
So I majored in sociology, but don't do that, Samuels. Mr. Samuels, give me a break.
No, it's one of them trash ass niggas. You know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're going to say.
What's your profession?
I'm a teacher.
Okay, so your non-black teacher counterparts, are they married?
Yes.
Your black teacher counterparts, are they single?
The older one, yes.
Because you cannot make a living on a teacher's salary.
Which is why I've made a transition into IT at March, right?
How about you make a transition into hubby?
You're right.
I want you to understand that you had a profession where you were teaching other people's children. But instead, you did exactly what the world told you, to go and become a man, to go make more money. Is that going to change your marital prospects?
No, I don't think it's going to change that, Mr. Samuel. I just feel like you said, I watch your often. I just be able to take care of myself just in case I don't meet that guy. Like, I want to take care of myself.
What do you mean that guy? It is not that guy, a guy.
A guy.
Okay, dear. An average man gives you options.
Yeah.
When you have the flu, you got to take care of yourself right now. When you have the flu and you got an average $21 an hour man in the house, he can take care of you.
You're right.
You also got another extended family and cousins and everything else. An above average man gives you freedom. A job gives you money and not a lot of it. And it can't replace a man. No amount of money can replace somebody giving you a thermometer and some juice.
But wait, Mr. Samuel, it's not that I want a relationship, and I'm not like the girl that wants this high value man, right? I'm not that girl. I think it's just it's done. Like, I watch your show often. Like, hard to find like a regular guy my age that has similar core. Like, it's rare.
What state are you in?
I'm in Florida. I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Well, first of all, you said your non-black counterparts who are teachers don't seem to have a problem finding men. So 54% of black men are single and childless, 61% in the middle class. There are plenty of average men out there looking for wives. Because y'all say they marry white women and Hispanic women and everything. If they can marry them, they can marry you. Are you looking for an average man? No.
I think no, Mr. Samuels, listen. I think that my standards are real. Absolutely, I think it's realistic with you.
You think
Whatever.
your standards are realistic? You said your standards?
Yes, sir. I really believe that. I don't think I'm looking for anything that's just so extreme. Like what
Okay.
I'm looking.
How many kids would you like to have?
I'm open. You know, whatever God blesses me to have, fine. But take care
I
of.
don't need a God thing. How many kids do you want to have?
I would say 3.
3. When you're married and pregnant with the first child, do you want to have to work when you're pregnant?
If our circumstance.
Ma'am, I asked when you're married and pregnant.
No, sir.
You don't have to work. You don't. When you have your 3rd child, do you want to? What percentage of the family financial bills do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime with 3 kids? Meaning, if you don't make the money, it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage?
I would like to contribute to the household. I don't know how to answer that.
I said, okay, do you want your children to be able to go to college if they want to?
Yes, sir.
So you want to be able to pay for that. Would you like to be able to travel domestically and internationally with the family?
Both.
Okay. All right. What kind of household income do you think you're going to need to have 3 children and an upper middle class, lower upper class lifestyle? What kind of annual income?
I would say definitely not teacher's salary.
No.
I know that. So
Ma'am, if you're in Florida, it's every bit of $325,000 on the low end.
say it again, Mrs.
$300,000. You want $1.5 million in kids. So yes, ma'am, you do want a high value man. You want a man who is making over 6 figures, well over 6 figures. As soon as you said, I don't want to have to work to pay significant bills after I'm pregnant, that is a luxury reserved for the top 10% of women. You don't want to have to, you may want to homeschool your kids, but you don't want to have to go punch a clock. You want your kids to have college. That means you got to pay for the home, the retirement, and then have surplus to pay for the kids' college. Then have surplus to travel internationally. Man, that's a rich man. And the first thing he said, I can't find a man my age. What kind of man your age is making that kind of money? Men don't start making that money till around 45 to 55. Your husband at that level is in his 40s. Do you want to date a man? Do you want to marry a man who's 45 plus?
I don't mind. Like I said, Mrs.
But then why are you looking for men your age?
I guess because I've dated and I feel that I have to be lively. You know, like
You said lively? Would you say lively?
Yeah, I feel just because sometimes you get to older men and they just want to go to the cigar lounge or go golfing or.
Yeah, it's called being responsible.
But
So responsible. You know, it's both. What I said last night, gentlemen, folks. I told you, modern women need to give up. Need to cancel HBO. Happiness. They need to stop worrying about being bored and stop being overly optimistic. Life is boring, sweetheart. See, what y'all want is you want men who are in the top 3% of all earners. You want them to be physically attractive, good in bed. You want them to be around your age, and then you want them to live an exciting life.
Mrs. Samuels, can I just interrupt quickly? I'm not saying that we have to club and get a section. We have to free. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I want to be able to do things that are fun.
Chick, it's called pay the light bill. That's what's fun. Fuck fun. You're almost 30 years old talking like a teenager. And this is why no, stop. This is why I'm gonna start getting hardcore. You should be out of that phase. Stop. You should be out of that phase in life. You should have been out of that phase by 23. It's over.
It's over.
It's been over. Your colleagues are not going to the club on the weekend. They got princess birthday parties.
I understand. I wasn't saying that was my interest. I was just saying that I just want. Sometimes if you date a younger guy, they're on the other end of the spectrum. And they're far on the other.
Dating younger guys is stupid for a woman that wants a family. All you can do is have sex and party with these dudes.
Exactly. So I guess
but you're judging a relationship based on fun. Man, this is part of the problem in Black America. Black women, you want it all.
I know.
And this is why, and it sounds, you say you don't want a high value man. You want an elite high value man, and then you want to have fun. Man, this is what you just said.
You make it sound so
I'm not making this, it is bad. It is bad. Because at 29 years old, you have wasted the last 6 years dating age inappropriate men and picking the wrong thing. Pick the boring guy. Pick the stable guy. Why do you think life is supposed to? You are supposed to be his entertainment. He's not supposed to be.
Right.
That's what I said last night. You might as well have a joystick hanging off your dick. You're supposed to be that video game. We're supposed to keep him entertained. We're not your fucking entertainment. You're our wife.
Okay.
You're my motherfucking entertainment.
No, I understand. I promise you, I get it. And I understand.
You say that now because you know I'm old enough and can call those shots. But the man who can really tell you this, you ain't trying to hear that shit from. A 32 or 33-year-old man should be able to tell you to fucking dance, and you should say, "What the fuck, man? I mean, why do you think about it? You seem to be a pleasant woman, but don't you notice there's something wrong when you see all your non-Black colleagues who are teachers married, and then the Black woman is single as fuck?"
Listen, I think about it all the time. I'm like, because I was an English teacher, and I'm like, in my department, I'm the youngest one. I got a nice shade, you know. And I see the other women, I'm like,
What'd you do this weekend? What'd you do last weekend? What'd you do last weekend?
I went to the Maxwell concert in Atlanta.
What'd you do the weekend before that?
So I just graduated the IT program. So I celebrated at the Maxwell concert. So the week prior, I was doing concert.
I was in Miami week before last, and I saw so many Black women over 25 celebrating spring break. Y'all need to grow up. All y'all need to grow up, because here's the reality. Here's a hardcore reality.
It is.
Fine. Get your ITO, do whatever. But then when there's a man who's making above average money, decent money, but not rich, he's making $50,000, $60,000, and he's looking for a wife. Would you be upset if he decided to go get a non-Black woman to start a family? Because the women, you and your friends aren't y'all ain't there yet.
Mrs. Samuels.
And he can't. And here's the thing. And he can't wait. And he can't go searching around to find another one. He needs to go ahead and start a family. Would you be supportive of saying, Black man, get you a white woman?
To my core, I wouldn't feel that way. I don't want our brothers to do this, right? But I do feel like.
Then how do we get anywhere with women like you?
Mrs. Samuels, don't say it like that.
Ma'am, I have to say it like that for the men.
You're right.
Y'all need to start thinking this. I mean, you don't know what you don't want to say it for. You don't want to say it for the Black women. You're not worried about the Black race. You're worried about Black women. The race will continue if we have wives. It won't continue if y'all don't get married and make families. So when the men are ready to look for wives, if you and women like you are at the Maxwell concert in the school, do that. But then you have to support that Black man marrying him a white woman. You better throw him a Tupperware party, a bridal shower. You better, and then when he comes to school with his kids, you better teach him just like, hey, how you doing, little Timmy, or little white girl named Keisha, and you better be just as nice to her. Yeah.
Mrs. Samuels, I want to tell you this. I don't know if the call's going to go short, but when I tell you, I didn't have to supported at a young age, right? So when I tell you when your shit came out, it's like the harsh reality. I listened to it. I was in the restaurant, and I'm like, I gotta hear. And what you say sometimes it makes me but it's necessary. It really is necessary. So I appreciate you for, allowing tonight. I feel like that fantasy piece, I need to kind of drift out of my and settle in.
You're breaking in and out. You're breaking
Yeah,
in and out.
exactly.
Y'all need to start really. I mean, this is one little piece, but I'm telling you, millennials and zennial men, they're not waiting. We live shorter than y'all. We don't have time to wait. So, all right, have a good one. Going back in. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I mean, see, that's why I want you guys to understand. A lot of these women they're not doing this stuff maliciously. They're just going on the program and they've been given. And the thing is like, well, no, I don't want to race the God. Man, what do you want us to do? What you want us to do? We can try one more. Love is all we need. I'm saying. We'll see. We shall see. How are we supposed to get anywhere?
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
32.
All right. So, is it time to give up on the fantasy or the dream of this ideal man?
Yes. I think I kind of gave up on that around 22.
Okay. Are you single or you married?
I'm single, divorced 2020 December.
How many kids? Any kids?
Yes, 2.
You said you got divorced in 2020?
Yes.
Was it for irreconcilable differences?
Yes, my husband, he was 4 years younger than I am. He just kind of decided once we had a son, I have a daughter prior to him. I met him when she was 3 years old, so him and I kind of dated that whole time. We got married. But once we had our son, he kind of just was like the responsibility, of having a family, being a husband. He just kind of told me one day, I don't want to do this. Our son was 4 months old, and he just said it's not for him. He wants to be a bachelor. So that's life kind of living, and I just accepted it.
So was he paying child support?
Yes, he is.
So this is why I tell women, stop marrying younger men. I don't know why y'all think y'all should not be getting with younger men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But okay, so did you hear the last call where I was talking to you?
Yes, I've been.
I agree, Kevin. I agree with you on that one.
Are so disgusted by the notion of
Hello,
settling
William. Welcome.
for average men.
I agree with
think,
you there, Kevin.
A lot of it has to do with lack of structure and upbringing, potentially, childhood stuff. So maybe we don't have that model. So social media, the TV kind of raises us. It tells us this is charming and this is what you look for.
Mm-hmm.
The music, I mean, because I was influenced by that stuff as a young woman. So I think, definitely watching it has shifted my mindset. While I was going through my divorce, I picked up on your. It just kind of, and I've kind of always had that wife mindset, but I've just kind of think about me going to therapy, done that healing. Actually, when I date a man, it's already nothing else.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Hi.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
34. We're talking about, are you single or are you married?
I'm single.
Any kids?
Yes, 2 boys.
So we're talking about, is it time to give up on this notion of an ideal or a dream guy?
It's so funny because I'm kind of like the last young lady that was on here. When I first started hearing your content, I was just like, I showed it to my mom, I showed it to her friends. I was like, y'all gotta and I'm a type of person where as long as I can understand, then I can kind of get with it. And it seems like more and more I'm really starting to get where you're coming from as far as, kind of us thinking we're special and not wanting to settle and stuff like that. And then not really believing we're modern women and so on and so forth. And so it's just like,
Hold on. Hey, Tanisha, you need to get in the light. I can't see you.
Yeah, I am. I'm moving now.
So is it time to give up on these dream guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay, but you didn't say that. You said a lot, but you didn't say yes or no. Not you.
me,
Yeah.
um, I I hate to say it, but
What else?
I would have to say yes,
Why do you
simply
say?
because
Why do you say? Okay, you're 34, right?
yes,
2 kids. How old is your oldest?
15.
From a man's standpoint, why would you say you hate to say it when men think like this? The man you lost your virginity to was your first husband.
No, men
That's how
don't think
men
like
think.
that.
If you got two
Now they
kids, are they
do,
by different men?
but they ain't think about that.
No, the same.
Okay, the man you had a child with is your second husband. So you already were married with 2 kids. In a lot of men's minds, why would a woman, not you, but a woman like you, get a dream guy? Why is this an average guy, not the dream?
I think society has just made us feel like life is a fairy tale. I have been told that a lot, like in relationships and by people that like I think life is a fairy tale. And I used to just feel like it's not that I just think it's gonna be all sunshines and rainbows and the
Have
picket
you ever lived
fence
with
and the
anybody?
dog. Have I ever lived with a man?
Hmm?
Yes.
Did he pay bills?
Yes.
Did you have
We
to
both
work too?
did. I have to work?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, we
Was
both
it,
do
was
work.
it easier to live with somebody who was splitting bills?
Yeah, as far as the bills wise, but I think we don't choose right as women
So
also,
you don't choose the
especially.
boring guy. You don't choose the boring, stable guy.
I mean, well, because honestly, I have my child's father is, well, my children's father is, like, I guess you could say, the boring guy, but it wasn't the boring part that bothers me, because I don't mind being bored
What
or
bothers you?
being.
What bothers you?
Our as in the black community, we have a lot of problems and
I
a
don't
lot
understand.
of
Give me an example of what bothers you.
it's just like people's attitude and just
His
like
attitude?
both of ours. I'm
Okay.
not gonna just say his,
All right.
it's
All
mine
right.
too.
But typically when we get in a relationship, especially with the one we have kids with, we ain't coming with attitude. We're trying to have peace in our house. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man.
Right.
I know you come in there with plenty of attitude.
Wow.
You know I know. You know
Incredible.
I know.
But
And
it would be
we
things but it
man,
would be things that would, like infidelity, and because we were both pretty young. He's older than me, but we were both still in our early 20s.
did you provide a
And
peaceful home?
I I think I did. I thought I did. Cause I mean
Ask-
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
cook.
I'm
I'm gonna
asking, did you
clean.
provide a peace? No, no,
Yeah,
no. I'm
I'm
asking, did you provide a peaceful home?
peaceful. So what do you mean by peaceful?
Peaceful,
Like,
peaceful, meaning not a lot of drama, not a lot of argument, an agreeable, easy to get along with, not asking all these 50 million questions, not nagging, more like yes, dear, or where you more like a stereotypical sister. No, you're gonna get your say. You're gonna be heard. If I got something on my mind, you ain't going to sleep until I say what I gotta say. I'm gonna follow you to the
A
car.
dream
Come
man.
on, man.
That's
You know what peace
bull.
is.
yeah, and see, that's the thing. I try to be,
Did you provide a peaceful home? That's a yes or no, and the answer is no.
well, that's only only when there was situations that we needed to discuss, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like he couldn't be mature enough to just discuss them. If there's
Mm-hmm.
topics, I mean,
I
we
got
do
it.
have to live together, you know what I'm saying? So there's
That's what
certain
I'm
things
feeling.
that have to be discussed as far as parenting and as far as, you know what I'm saying, infidelity and how we want this relationship to play out.
Yeah, but see,
And
the thing is, more often than not, and you got to be honest. Many times y'all try to run the relationship like we your kids versus we your man.
yeah.
Huh?
If he says,
Huh?
and he said, if could your man say, and that's final, and the conversation be over?
Yeah. But it's
I'm talking about her, and the answer is hell no. And that's, gentlemen,
it's
if you can't say, and that's final, and it's not over, there ain't no peace in that house.
none.
So, ma'am, you can dance around
Okay,
the
but
word. Ma'am, you can.
Kevin, what
Let's say
if
he
there?
cheated. Hold on, ma'am. Let's say he cheated and all this other stuff. Okay, fine. But you can't say that you were raised to
Okay,
be a
fine.
peaceful, agreeable woman either.
I
So
mean, but my
oftentimes you
mom was
Huh?
realize that men
married,
cheat. Listen. Men often cheat for femininity, not sex.
Huh?
What? So it's
and well, he
Femininity.
he, well, I don't know.
Okay, I'm not saying it's always,
I
but I'm not
yeah.
saying always, but I want you to think about what I just
Okay,
said.
so what I really want to ask you, because like I said, like a lot of the
Oh
stuff you
my
say
God.
about us needing to kind of pipe ourselves down as far as
Mm-hmm.
what type of, you know, wanting a high powered man and what those type of
Mm-hmm.
men really want in a wife. So
Mm-hmm.
I've actually, you've kind of brought me to my senses on that level. Like, you know, as far as getting an average man. Now I don't know. I live in Texas, so I don't know about the 40, the 40,000. That's low even here.
No,
But
you're not. I
my
used to live in I lived in Texas for 12 years.
but see, my mom. Well, I was actually raised
Ma'am,
by my grandmother.
listen. If a
But
man
they
can
did.
pay, hold on, listen. If he can pay his own rent, his
Hmm.
own, if he's self-sustaining, that's all he needs to do. But here's what's gonna happen. You got two kids. If the rent is $2,000, you need to pay 1,500. He need to pay five. He need to pay 500 because you bringing three people.
Yes.
I can that's not
What?
gonna happen, but I can understand that because my kid's father,
No, no, no.
he's in their
No,
life and
no,
he
no,
pays
no,
child
no, no,
support.
no, no,
So
no, no.
let's just say I have.
You lost me with that one. You lost me with that one. A house has nothing to do with when you pay rent. It's half and half. And when it comes down to taking care of the kids, that's the mother's job. If the man does not see it as a package deal. When you buy a house, what do you mean 500 and you pay? No, that's not how a house go. It's 50-50. You live there too. And them kids are almost grown. They out of there. They out of there. They are out of there. I don't get it. Half and half of the bills. I ain't never seen it to whereas now I can see if you gotta spend your money and buy more food because your kids are eating up. Then I can say, yeah, you're 100% right. I couldn't agree with that. Like certain things you need extra because you got kids, all right. But that has nothing to do with rent. Nothing to do with rent. Rent is half and half. You don't pay, nobody pays, even if you living by yourself, they don't raise your rent because you got kids. Where they do that at? If I get an apartment right now, and let's say I want a 3-bedroom apartment, that is the price of the apartment. It's not like, well, how many kids do you have? Because it goes up by how many kids you have. No, 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 no. No, 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 and no.
I have their 500. Let's just say that. But like I know my mom and my stepdad. They both work for the EPA, and I think they only a piece. They were both retired, making like I think only like $80,000 or $90,000, and they live good. They don't. They not living like
80 or 90
you know what
together.
I'm saying.
80 or
No,
90.
no. Well, my mom retired making about 90, and my stepdad retired making about 80 something.
Average people. I can't
Yeah,
make
so that's what's average
stop.
to me.
Okay,
But you
but
were
that's not no
saying
no no no
40,
that's not average. No,
50,000.
no, 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 man, stop. That's bullshit. It's not average. Your standards are too high.
Also, what my mom and them is
Ma'am,
making, that's
middle
not average.
class is not $80,000. No.
Oh,
If I can say something,
Go
I mean,
ahead.
but they not rich.
Go ahead. Stop.
well,
Hold on.
I just
Stop.
want
Go
to say,
ahead, man.
like, realistically, just being as a woman with 2 kids, I understand if I get a man who makes 40,000, that's more than what we need. I'm sustaining me and my kids by myself now.
Where do
Man,
you
you
live
got the
at,
makeup you have on and
William
stuff like
Howard,
that is
that they
all
raise your rent by
Yeah.
the people? Where do you live?
all that stuff is adornment. You got all this additional stuff.
I
Okay, what did you go to college?
I had to go.
Ma'am,
Yes,
hold on. Did you go to college?
yes, sir, but I didn't graduate.
Okay, do you make over $80,000 a year?
No.
So then why, if you
He was being logical. That's not how it goes. And yes, they do raise your rent on how many people in the house. Where you live at, where they do that? Where do you live at, where they do that?
Cause I
When
done
you
had a whole bunch of houses, and I done had kids,
exactly
and
now,
I
I can see,
never
but
went.
I can see if you have an apartment and they're going by your income, but the kids don't have an income, so they don't include that income in the rent. You gotta tell me, um, you gotta show me what state and where at, William.
Yeah, I need to know what kind of living place arrangement house area is. You must be living in a low income apartment that goes by your income. That's the only way.
But the kids don't have no income, so they're not charging you for how many people in the house. That's only like if they reach 18 and if they still in school, they still get a pass. Now once that kid get a job, then they want the income from the child's job. Like I said, if I'm not saying you right or wrong, William, all I'm saying is you got to provide me some more information. You got to provide it so I can look that up.
I've never seen that. I've moved around almost around the world, and yeah, but I ain't never seen where they take and raise your rent because you have kids.
A room and you paying for a 2 bedroom, you paying for a 2 bedroom. That's that's how much it costs. And you say he was being logical. Hey, Philadelphia, if you rent, they do, and they don't count kids. They count rooms. That's what I just
We
said.
just said
I
that.
said that. I said you're paying for how many rooms. And that's how much the rent would be. So you could be a single person with no kids but still want 3 bedrooms. They're charging you for the bedrooms, not the kids. You got a lot of people that are single, but they got like a lot of clothes, and then they want one room for like to make their little office, and they want one room. So they're not charging you for how many kids you have. They're charging you for the room. A 3 bedroom, like even if you look up apartments, you're gonna put 3 bedroom room, 2 bedroom room, 1 bedroom room, and they're gonna give you a price for that apartment. I've never seen a 3 bedroom room, but you gotta have 2 kids. 3 bedroom room, they don't add your kids up in there until get that kid gets an income. But if you're in a house, they don't do that. That's when you live in apartments and stuff. They want the kids' income, but not a house. Apartments do limit the number of people that we're not saying that.
We're not talking about the limit.
Exactly.
Talking about counting income.
Yeah. Yeah, that's we talking about two different things, Miss Molly. And then a lot of them limit the number of people that can live in an apartment. But how many people follow them rules? You know what I'm saying? Unless they got somebody looking in your window all day long or looking in your peephole to see who coming in your house, you still gonna have more people in your house and they don't know.
And what is this about he feeling like the men shouldn't have to help and they should have a pass and what I don't get it.
I didn't hear half of it, so you would tell me what you would need to tell me what you're talking about.
Well, he every point the girl was saying that she's single, trying doing her business, trying to keep focus on. Let me see. In relationships, you have 3 kids. We need 4 rooms. You should pay for the extra room if your kid's not the
Hold on.
father's.
Hold on.
It's
In a
50-50.
relationship and you have 3 kids and we need 4 rooms, you should pay for the extra rooms if the kids not their father kids. If it's 50-50, because you won't be paying. William, I just said that. You're not listening.
Wow.
When you go for an apartment, that's for if you need the extra rooms or extra food for your kids, then the mother can pay. If the man think like you, then the man think like you, then it's not going to be 50-50. But the thing is, depending on your age, you're not going to find women with no kids. You're not going to find men with no kids. And if you do find women that doesn't have kids, you should be with that woman right now. You and then you are going against your own godfather because your own godfather, went separate ways from his children mother. And who wanted to be with a man where I mean me, I would do it. I don't want nobody doing that for my daggone kids. No, thank you. But if whatever you do, what they call that'll be extra. Cause they ain't gotta do nothing for mine. If you do something for mine, that'll be extra. Thank you, but it's not that serious. But if your man, yeah. But like I said, the same way we shouldn't deal with men with kids because that messes up the money in our household. It go the same way. No, we don't want from now on. Don't date men with kids. Don't do it. Cause I take money. If you don't, why should we take money out of our households because they had babies with somebody else? Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Agree. Why should and y'all women so stupid? Y'all got at least these men. At least these men now are they getting on cold They know what they're going to accept and what they're not going to accept.
Right. If you're gonna be with a woman
If
and you
you
don't want to be
so
with a
you
woman that have kids, then don't be with a woman that have kids.
boss lady cuts me off like every time.
Oh, my
but
bad. I'm sorry.
but I applaud the men. I really do. They're keeping themselves out of situations. They listen. I ain't gonna even. I ain't. I'm not going through all of that. But it's the women who who don't want to get on code. These men are getting on code. Rather we like it, rather we don't like it, rather we agree with it, rather if they want a woman that's in shape. Women, you should want a man that's in shape too. Everything. So just like they want feminine women, y'all should want masculine men. It's gonna be a lot of people left on the side because if we do the same thing that they do, it'd be better for us. Maybe women and men would get married instead of making these babies, which I don't see that happening. But I'm saying though, if they on code and they said enough is enough, women, when are you going to say enough is enough? Soon as you find out a man have a baby, you supposed to go. Because whether he pay child support or don't pay child support, he still got to take care of that child. And that baby mom, like I said, the baby mama drama is worse than a female dealing with a man. Not saying men don't have drama with other men, but it's worse when it's baby mama drama. It's worse. I don't want my kids staying at your house. I don't want your kid, your girlfriend or your wife watching my kid. It's crazy. It's not easy for both sides. But yeah, you know what? Y'all need to start taking some notes from these men that's changing up. You need to start taking some notes and get your act together. Cause you take a loss when you deal with a man who got a lot of these men got multiple kids. They ain't just got one or two. They got multiple kids, multiple baby mamas. Y'all better learn how to run instead of saying, "Oh, but that's all right. That was before my time. He wasn't with me then." Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Soon as I start, oh no, it's worse, William. It's worse. It's worse. It's worse. I don't know where you live at. I mean, I don't know what planet you from, but on planet Earth, it is not the same. Baby mama drama is worse than men. I say men get into it also, but not like baby mama drama. Ain't nothing like baby mama drama. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. But like I said, we won't have that problem, right, William? If the women don't date men with kids, and a man don't date women with kids, we won't have that problem now, would we? That problem is solved. We'll solve that problem. Like they said, think like my man said, think like a man, act like a woman. Think like a man and act like a woman. I'm not gonna sit up here. I don't have to agree with nothing. But as you start listening to what they saying, they they are building that club of high value men or high value thinking or even the disrespect of women or what that they are growing in numbers. They are growing in numbers where they want to get somewhere. But we're not. Cause they're not settling anymore. We are the ones that's still settling. I know one man, I think he had like 15 daggone kids. 15. I probably lost some friends last night over this very topic. Hey, Lexi, Lulu. Us women are definitely delusional. Well, I don't know why you lost friends over that. Hopefully y'all become back friends. But yeah, exactly. Exactly. I gotta start doing some more videos for these women. These women better start listening. They better start listening. And then you got a kid by the man, then you and that man will turn around and have a kid. Then you gotta worry about, okay, how much you doing for this kid and not doing for that kid. Then you gotta worry about the baby mama being jealous that the man had more kids. So then she worrying about if your child get more than her child. It's a conundrum. It's a conundrum. The disrespectful stuff, blank all that.
Not the conundrum. Not the conundrum. Oh Lord.
It is. But I'm saying we may not agree, but they are growing in numbers. They are growing in numbers, and they are picking and choosing what is best for them. What problems that they want to deal with. On the other hand, us women are not. We are not. We don't ask enough questions, and we keep thinking things happened before our time. Them men don't care what you was doing before their time. You still got that kid. I still ain't bothering him. I still ain't messing with you. Now, if more women thought like that, then Kevin Samuels would not have a woman. Because we're not thinking the way they're thinking. Nobody said, "Oh, Kevin Samuels, you got kids. I ain't messing with you." I'm just using you as an example. You got an example. You get all these women, but you got kids. You know why? Because the black women don't think like that. And the next thing they're gonna say is, the next thing a lot of men say, "Now what you eating, girl?" Now a lot of people say, "Well, my kids are grown." And you still got kids, right?
Yeah, they still talk to you. They still got problems. They got phones. They gonna call you. Life's still going on. They ain't went nowhere because they grown. Still your kid and they still got life. Still need support.
So we shouldn't mess with them. We should learn from the man. We should learn from, even though I'm just speaking in general.
Yep.
A lot of women should get on that same bullshit. We don't have to bash them and call them no names.
All leave them on their planet.
All we gotta do is take lessons from their book. You know, y'all want the milk and cookies the first day. I'm gonna buy the most expensive milk, and I'm gonna get some more shit too. Being that you want the milk and cookies on the first day, you want the milk and cookies. So if you putting that out there, okay, then you better have some dough. We ain't thinking like that. Women should learn how to stay with the child's father. What if the man left, William?
Well, how you gonna stay with somebody
that left? They left. They're gone.
Well, we supposed to go chase him.
But it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to you guys because y'all not dating women with kids. So what does it matter if we stay with them or not? Why does it matter? Y'all don't date women with children. So that's something you should X out. It's X. It's already X'd out. That's not for you to worry about because you don't date women with kids. So it doesn't matter if she should learn how to stay with the kid's father because he's gone. He's gone. Papa was a Rolling Stone. God damn it! Papa was a Rolling Stone. And then all these men, they got kids. Imagine if women stopped messing with them.
Okay. Now you sounding like a little youngster.
What happened?
I was his comment making him sound like a youngster now.
Okay, then she ain't act right. It doesn't matter if she act right or don't. She have kids, so she is no problem to you because you do not date women with children. So it doesn't matter if she act right or act wrong. It doesn't matter. She's not on your list because she have kids. So who cares how she act? You're not going to date her because she got children. Then your husband's grown daughter gets pregnant and comes back to live with her father and you. It doesn't matter how old the kids is. That's what Boss Lady was saying. Boss Lady was saying the same thing. Like I say, y'all, us women, we ain't gotta fight no more. We ain't got to go back and forth with them no more. We're gonna just do what they do. We gotta build up too. We gotta build up and have some standards. We gotta get some standards and we gotta teach our kids how well we already tell our kids 50 million times about the milk and cookies. They still do what the hell they want to do. But I'm just saying we gotta all start having some standards because they are growing in numbers. They are growing in numbers. They're meeting each other. They're partnering off with each other. They doing the damn thing. Just like the video with was Kevin Samuels, the lead attorney, the other guy, and another guy. They doing stuff. The women on here are not. We're not getting together, meeting up, doing nothing. We're not doing nothing. All the women that have them pages that's on the opposite that does the bashing of men. We don't see pictures of y'all meeting up, doing no business and stuff like that. You don't see it.
You ain't making it. Why should an average man make it?
No, I'm saying that's what they retired making. So I know, like,
But that's a
in
different
their 30s.
generation. They have labor benefit. Okay, this is why I need you ladies to understand. You got 2 kids.
Not him.
Not him. You ain't making nowhere close to that money. And you have an appetite that you can't afford to pay for. You can, I mean, them eyelashes and all, you can't afford to pay for that on your own income. That's being, you taking, if we're gonna be real, we're gonna keep it a stack. You taking some of that child support money and putting it on your face and your body.
I really am not. I really am not.
Okay, well, my point of the matter is this ain't free. And the point is, okay, let's say you're not, but if a man can pay his own bills, he's fully self-standing and sufficient, then how come 2 people coming together who can take care of themselves does not improve your situation? Because that means you have one residence.
Right.
It's simple math.
Right.
Anything.
But it's not simple math. It's not simple math because see, a man is supposed to come in.
William says, and William, I thank you for being honest, and I'm glad you're giving feedback. I appreciate that. Now, William says, y'all are old. Who the hell said I was old? Who the hell said I was old? So y'all complaining about a game y'all not even in. I didn't complain not one time, and who said I was old? I may not be 20, and I may be out of my 20s about that, but I ain't old.
And I'm not out of no game.
The game is the game, baby. You gonna play that game to the day you die. Because even senior citizens play their games up in them nursing homes. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's about a man and a woman. There is no age bracket. The same games you played as a teenager, you're gonna play when you're in the mid. If you don't get yourself together, you're gonna be in a senior citizen home. I've been seeing them men in the senior citizen home, they be having all them old or they be having all the men. It all depends. You still alive, you still breathing, you still have breath. So the game is still on, baby. The game is still on. And a lot of them older people, they got they got their pension, they 401, they got money. These older men. You think these women ain't gonna try to go after them? No, the game is still there. The game is always gonna be in. The game
Yeah,
is gonna
and
be up in there.
William,
Don't
you need
hate
to
the
go.
daggone game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. The game
Hey,
don't stop. It
yeah,
don't stop.
go down there to Florida and some of them retirement homes, and you'll see they got them retirement communities.
You say y'all old. Who the hell said I was old?
Wow.
I never said I was old.
So what does that have to do with talking about having relationships and families? That don't.
Go ahead, boss lady. Sorry.
Being old has nothing to do with making a point of how, getting along with somebody and people sharing household and life experience. It has nothing to do with being old. You are closed-minded, I'll say that.
I want to hear. I would like to know what we was complaining about. I'm telling girls to get the program. I said specifically for the women to get with the program.
Yeah,
And he told me I'm complaining, and I'm saying what Kevin is saying. Get with the program. I said the man is absolutely right, and we need to get with the program.
Right. So the complaint is where?
So I'm complaining that he's wrong. Are you trying to say the God Father is wrong when I said the God? Because I only call one man God. So everybody else is the God. So you trying to say I just agreed with the God Father? I said women better get with the program. You're complaining about Kevin Samuels, and yes, it's an age when it's over. And how the hell I'm alive?
Well, what's over? My life?
And I can tell you're old. No, you cannot tell I'm old, baby. You think I'm old. You assume I'm old, but you don't know if I'm old.
It doesn't even matter.
And you complain about Kevin. I did not complain about Kevin Samuels. I said the man is right. And no, it's not no age when it's over for women. When I told you I be going to them senior citizens, not even just the house. They be having more parties. Check out on my face. They be having more parties than these youngsters.
And having good time.
A good old time. Still bumping and doing what they need to do because they still
doing the electric slide. Y'all don't do the electric slide.
whichever that they do, they still doing something. They living. Talking about it's over. What? I mean, I would believe you if I was seeing that it was over for women. But when I see it's not over for women, when you see stuff out from your own eyes, I can't believe you now because I see what I see from my own eyes. And I see older women and men getting it. Let's get it on. They getting it on. They getting it on, baby. They living, they got one life to live. They ain't dead yet. So I'm gonna go out like a rock star too. Shit. So you trying to start trouble, William, by saying I'm going against the Godfather, and that's not right. That's not right. Because then I'm gonna have a bunch of men in here trying to get me. That ain't right. That everybody say that ain't right. That ain't right. Now I got like 10 minutes left because them big old streets is hot. The Godfather.
And do everything, even if you got somebody else's kids. A man is supposed to come in and do everything. And the thing is, we're not getting virgins. We're not getting young virgins. We're getting women who have other men's fingerprints and DNA in situations. What? And we got to accept all that and then provide all those. Men ain't doing all that.
And
So
you
you
really
young girls would
like
know.
me on that, so I understand it. And my mom has always worked, so I'm not, what I'm saying, shy of saying, okay, maybe it might need to be, maybe 60-40, because they both, my mom and stepdad, they both pretty much made the same money, but my mom still only pays, only did like lights and groceries and like the small stuff for the house and stuff.
Your
But
mom and your stepdad.
hmm
How old
but
were you when they got married?
I was like 9.
Okay. And how many children did she have?
She has 3.
Okay. Is your mama over 50?
Yes.
Okay. Different generation.
What? So
Different
what can?
generation. Different generation. Men in my generation and above actually got more respect being stepfathers. Today, a stepfather is looked down on because men don't get respect. Biological fathers and husbands don't get respect. Stepfathers. So my point is, if you are a woman today, you are fortunate to have a man, period. A pair of britches in the house. That's what the pandemic showed us. When the world shut down and stopped, all the shit y'all
Hold
thought
up.
was important wasn't nothing.
Did anybody mention sex, William? Did anybody mention the word sex? I said they be getting it on. I mean life. They be getting on with their life. I don't know where you come up with sex. Sex is not a relationship.
Wow.
They get well, ain't nobody mention sex. But you.
What?
Only you mentioned sex. Nobody else mentioned sex. I said they all getting on with their lives and they still get in relationships, because as long as you're living and you have breath in you, you're still alive. It's not the end of the world until you're dead. And y'all talk about people that's living like they're dead. No, they're not dead. They're still alive. Sex is not. Ain't nobody mentioned. Did you hear me say the word sex?
I don't even know where he then got so invested in the conversation that he don't put himself in somewhere.
They're gonna call me delusional. No, you delusional at this point in time because
went
you said
way
sex.
way out.
You delusional because you mentioned the word sex. I wasn't talking about sex. You trying to prove a point so bad that you're not proving it. You're not proving it. Oh my God. And you're complaining about, I didn't complain about KS, the Godfather. I didn't do that neither. Y'all do this. Y'all be starting them problems when somebody is doing commentary. Our job is to do commentary on the video. So some things I'm gonna say yes to. No. And some things I'm gonna say yes, and yes. But see, that's why y'all want us to look like we against Kevin, because y'all want Kevin to come and strike people channels and take their channels away because y'all making it seem like we're going against the Godfather. And that's not right. That's not right. That's not right at all. It's not right.
So y'all gotta stop talking to people who determined to make. Oh, Oh, yeah, you right. You right.
I like William. Mr. William Haywood. We like you, William Haywood. But you might be too old for me. You might be too old for me. Oh God, I gotta finish this because the YouTube streets are. The Bigo streets are popping, baby.
Oh Lord,
you had to go out there to the grocery store and fight over water and toilet tissue. That strong, independent attitude ain't gonna do nothing because you can't do shit about no man. Every other group of women had men Even Hispanic women, Hispanic men make less money than black men, but Hispanic men get far more respect. Y'all need to check y'all's attitude. Well, here's the thing: y'all need to do nothing, but you're gonna die alone.
I refuse to die alone, so that's why I listen all the time. Even though my mama, she don't be feeling, because she come from a different time. So
your mama don't think, but the men do. Your mama, the thing is, your mama may not, but the men do.
Explain to me, like, because it almost be sound. The only thing that I can't get past is it almost sound like, okay, I'm not gonna say settle. I can find a man, you know what I'm saying, that's willing to be a part of my lifestyle of what I already have going. Of course, I already have kids and stuff like that. If I find a man, which I do have a process.
What do you want me? What do you want?
I'm sorry. It almost feel like too, though, you want us to just accept anything. It don't matter about the attitude, as long as I think the only thing I've heard you say is as long as it's not like physical abuse or something like that. But everything else is supposed to just accept.
I do. I want you to accept anything. You're damn right. I want you to accept a man that's a man that is sane, and he is a decent man. I don't care how he looks. No, man. I let you speak. I need you to accept the man, or you die alone. Man, no disrespect. You got 2 grown mothers flipping kids. If the world was the right place, you wouldn't have a man at all. You should get no man in life.
No. Hold up.
Like
Hold up. Let me explain something to you. I don't mince my words. I don't mince my words. When I was saying, let's get it on, Mr. Silly, that's where your mind is at. That's where your mind is at. That wasn't what my mind was at. Because if I wanted to say X, I would have said X or stroking or something. I said they're getting on with their life. So they getting along with their life. That doesn't sound like sex. That sound like they getting along. They getting along with their wife. I ain't say let's get it on. Now if I would have said let's get it on, then you could say, oh yeah, okay, I know what she means. I never said that. And your commentary is complaining. I ain't complaining. Of course you're gonna see it like that. But again, I thank you for your honesty. Like I said, this is the platform for honesty. People are allowed to say what they want to say, just not disrespectful. So I appreciate you, William, for not being disrespectful. But what you say, I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm reading and I'm listening. I'm reading and I'm listening. And thank you for respecting the panel. Oh God.
We'll never make mistakes like theirs.
No, that's saying you go back and complete the family you started.
He married. He married somebody else.
That's your problem. You should have completed it when you had a chance. See, one of the things we've told women to do is just go out and make babies, and then you realize that, let me tell you something, dear heart, any man who gets you would be settling.
Yeah.
He'd be settling for you. You got 2 kids.
I mean, even and see, that's where I be battling, because it's like.
Well, but you okay. Let me see. Hold on.
It's like a contract. Listen.
No. Let me reframe all this. If we were talking about non-black men, if I snapped all the black men.
This video can't end without somebody saying something. God damn. It's like 2 minutes left. Here go Mr. Slim Gucci. Slim to Gucci. The Don. How you gonna copywriting the video then trying downplaying men? Humble yourself. I'm humble. What are you talking about? I said the man is right. Women need to get with the program. Women need to do better. What else do you want me to say? How much humble do you want me to be? Because I'm a humble person. I'm just not an ass kisser. That ain't gonna happen. I'm humble as to be. As I'm listening to this man talk, I'm saying what he's saying is absolutely right. But y'all men want to still come in here and cause problems. Whatever the hell I said, William, I wasn't talking about sex. Period. If I said it, it wasn't about sex. That was your perception. That's where your mind is at. I'm telling you, I was not talking about sex. So stop trying to convince me what you think, what you're thinking. You were thinking about sex. I said it wasn't. Now, we got Slim to Gucci, the Dawn. I ain't copyright nothing. I asked permission. I asked permission from the person who download the video, and I also sent Kevin a email because I know people pages get taken down. Okay? But don't tell me the downplay men. I'm the one saying that y'all men is on code. So you come in late for class, and then you want to come in and say what you want to say. You know, I said everything positive. I said what I had to say about my commentary. And I damn sure said, come on, your commentary is complaining. What did I complain about? I didn't ask y'all to do nothing for us. I didn't complain about how you treat us. I didn't call y'all dirty. I didn't call a man nothing. Nothing. And then everybody else who has commentary on Kevin Samuels, do y'all go around harassing them? I'm just another person who has commentary. Do you go around and to every single video and see if somebody gave them? Do you do that? That's so childish. It's not just Kevin Samuels. People use people's videos all over. You ask them, hey, you could either type in, people are typing a comment or they'll hit the email up. That is supposed to be for everybody, not just Kevin. That's respect for everybody. Like, I don't care if somebody use my stuff and I don't need the text. People use it, they use it. I don't care. We all small. We all small here. They say when people use your stuff, they are not big YouTubers. Not saying some big YouTubers don't use people's stuff, but most of that be small pages. They small. They not big. They ain't making no money off this. I ain't making no money off this. Did you see any money come in this chat? A commercial, you get a penny or two off a commercial. So I'm not making no money off this. Y'all need to stop that. That's being mean. To want to,
Accept you, the average
I
white
got
man.
other things to get to.
You mean like the same way you say average for black people?
Yeah, if I snapped all the black men away, could you expect white men, average white men, above average white men, would they come and say, well, sure, Becky or you? Yeah, sure, Alex. Would white men take you?
Maybe if it wasn't, no.
No.
Okay, would a Chinese man take you? Would Asian men take you?
No.
Would Middle Eastern men? Stop. Would Middle Eastern men take you?
No, probably not.
No, because you couldn't come to them with the same thing you come to a black man with. Listen.
Why do you think that is? Because
listen. because we are not beneath you. Your standards is you think black men should accept. Why would you expect a black man to accept what you know a white man, an Asian man, and a Middle Eastern man wouldn't expect? Accept.
They don't respect us anyway. I think if I was childless, they wouldn't really. That's just my personal opinion.
Would it be
We're not gonna go down
because
that
of your
road.
race?
I feel like so.
No. No, it's not because of your race. It's because of the lack of femininity. It's because of the size. It's because of the attitude. It's because of the way y'all come in as masculine. Men don't reject women on race first. They reject women who lack femininity. And those other cultures have a patriarchy and structure. And this is what I keep trying to get you black men to understand. Black women expect us to accept less than they know that they would have to raise their standards. If we were all gone, they know
Nick, Slim Gucci, take his comment out for me, please. Please take his comment out.
They know they'd have to.
He didn't want to come back and say nothing else, so we don't need that one little comment. Keep Williams' comments, but don't keep Slim Gucci comments.
Y'all expect us to compete for you. You expect us to settle. Ain't happening.
I just sometimes realized a long time ago, like the honor is passed to the men. You're not their prize, and you really have the mindset. I'm owed him. No, you're owed, you're owed him. This vice versa. Look around. You need him. You really have to humble yourself, woman. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, our women don't have to humble themselves because they believe that our culture and the media and everything else, and even the women have told women that we would be lucky to have you in any state. Women in my lifetime, women used to feel some kind of way. You used to be shamed for coming to church, being a single mother. Now you can come to church with 3-4 different kids, with 4-5 different men, sit on the front row and scream amen. There's no shame anymore in the black community. Now, men have been saying all we want is women who are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, and childless. Women have progressively gotten larger.
But you're the first and only
children
to say that.
Bullshit.
I swear.
Y'all ain't, no, man, I've been 53 years old. We've been saying this for the longest. Y'all just haven't been paying this any attention. Because one thing that started to happen is mixed up. I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, the boring dudes are supposed to be your husbands, trying to fucking fucked up baby daddies. That's why 54% of black men are single and childless. 30% of black men are married. But 80% of black children are born outside of wedlock. So roughly that means 80% of kids are being fathered by less than 20% of men. It's the 80% of men that don't. It is the large group of men that ain't married and ain't got no kids that have been saying, if you want us to marry you, you got to be this. And what happens? You got to go out there and have somebody else's kid. And then you finally start turning around and looking for Russell Wilson. So, and then you're like, well, where have they been saying it? They were saying if they were in the chess room, they were in the algebra class, they were in physics, but y'all was calling them corny and lame and goofies and nerds and everything else.
How do we stop this? Because it may be too late for me. I may need to just go ahead and.
I'm going to tell you how you stop it. You tell your daughters. You tell your cousins and your nieces that are under 18. You start raising your daughters and your sisters to serve the men of the family, to value the men of the family. If you have children, you say you got 2 boys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, if you got a boy and a girl, you put more resources into your son than your daughter. Women have to start making a difference with the men, with the boys in their home. If you start seeing women start making a difference between their son and daughter, what happens today? In black women, they coddle their sons and they make their daughters harder. Go to college and do this, and they put their boys in Jordans. No. You put the resources into your boys. Boy Scouts, this, that, martial arts, blah, blah, blah. STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, basketball, football, and all these sports. Put them in math club, chess club, finance. Start building a man, boys that are going to kind of grow into the men, so the daughters will have something to build with. And
I
the
agree.
reality is, a lot of women aren't going to get nobody because
I agree with that. I
Because
agree.
even if you were ready to do it, the work is so. A lot of women feel like
Scared to
it's
say I
too
agree.
much work to be
But
done.
that's a problem too.
And let's just say it is. You can't ask men to settle because y'all don't want to settle.
And see, that's the thing. I don't mind settling, but it's just like, how can, because like I have someone that I'm dating, but I tell him all the time, based on how, based on watching you, that we need to go to therapy, because I feel like because of his childhood and how he was raised and, other things that, he is kind of messed up emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
And why would you
ways.
do?
Why would I what?
Then why would you deal with that?
Oh, well, Kevin, you just said I gotta settle. Who else I'm gonna deal with?
I didn't say you gotta settle for damage. I didn't say you gotta settle for emotional damage. I said you gotta settle for the stable, boring, average guy. And none of that was emotional damage. Here's what you gotta settle for: the guy that don't make you tingle, the short guy, the guy with the little dick who lasts for 30 seconds. The guy who gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and goes to work.
You settle
comes
for
home
that.
and eats a bologna
Damn
sandwich
all
and
that
watches
shit.
the boring ass guy.
And Kevin,
boring as fuck.
I know I may not look like you, but I've had that before. And those type of men are insecure.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like,
exactly.
it causes unnecessary issues.
Yeah.
Insecure meaning what? Insecure about what?
I mean, just
They're
like,
ping.
Just anything like.
No, I don't.
Wanna check my phone, and I would never have a problem, but it's like, if we don't have trust, if you can't trust me to walk out the door without you, like, you know what I'm saying? So it just be,
ma'am, I'm sorry.
It'd be really hard. And I have really tried.
I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna let you paint all the average men as insecure. Man,
No, she's talking about the little ping guys.
Stop. You are what you attract.
She's talking about the little ping guys. And yes, the little ping guys, they are worse. They are worse than the ones who is Dexter St. Jock. They are worse. Yeah, they are a lot, and I didn't think they would be insecure. You would think they'd be more loving and stuff to keep a woman, but unfortunately, it's not like that. But I don't know where y'all get boring men from. Just because you're a high value man, that don't make you exciting. I don't get it. The boring man. What does a boring man do? Because some high value men probably just want to go to work. They spend all their time at work. They don't have no time to be fun. They could be boring too. So you got one boring man bringing home the money, one boring man who's average. So I don't know, but I got to get to the rest of my program. I'll see you guys later. Whoever is here, thank you. My Bush babies, thank you. We'll have another conversation on this. Boss said we got to get right back to work. So go to the bathroom, do what you got to do. Peace.